Darren in Taylorsville says, well, I don't think Joe Cocker's feeling all right.
Oh.
Nope.
Hasn't for a while.
Not for a while.
Taylorsville.
Taylorsville. Because on this day, or over the weekend, we got the official Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction list, which includes many people, but we decided to highlight Joe Cocker, because why not?
Well, Joe Cocker, he was performing a concert at Madison Square Garden in September of 2014. So this is a while ago. Fellow musician Billy Joel said, you know, Joe is not doing very well right now.
He's not feeling all right.
He's not feeling all right. And he endorsed Cocker for induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before his final performance. He said it would be nice to do it for him now while he's still alive.
Well,
and they didn't do it.
Yeah, because he died.
Yeah, he died in 2014
of
lung cancer.
Lung cancer.
He smoked 2 packs a day until he quit cigarettes in 1991.
That gravelly voice comes with a price.
He in 1976, Joe Cocker moved onto a ranch owned by Jane Fonda in Santa Barbara, California. Pam Baker, local summer camp director and fan of Cocker's music, had persuaded the actress to lend the house to Joe.
Would you please lend your ranch to Joe?
And then Joe began dating her, and they got married.
Oh.
In October of '87.
That's nice.
But
Joe, so, Carrie, you played that from vinyl.
No, that was not from vinyl.
Oh.
I looked at the Woodstock vinyl that I have.
Yeah.
It's like a 7-minute version of this. So, yeah.
Song was written, by the way, by Dave Mason on Traffic, the band Traffic.
How do I feel at the end of the day? I said because you're on your own. I tell them you say no more. Only can live my breath. I got the body thing over. Everybody got the love I need.
You know, I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day until 2001, probably, and I can't sing like that, and I don't have lung cancer.
There's a very famous SNL bit.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's and I look back on it, and it seems cruel to me as I watch it.
Joe Cocker's standing right there. It's not like they're making fun of him and he's not there.
I know.
So John Belushi does a very good Joe Cocker impression, and
it's more than an impression. It's a parody, and it really goes over the top.
Well, he did it for years in the National Lampoon musical Lemmings.
Mm-hmm.
And not a very good recording of it.
But
why would anybody even put that out?
I don't know.
And if you don't know, Joe Cocker had a very interesting stage presence. He
very, very.
He looked like something was wrong with him.
Idiosyncratic.
Yeah,
you would say.
Nothing was wrong with him, but he looked like something was wrong with him.
He contorted his body.
Yeah.
And this is just Belushi doing it.
Okay.
There we go.
I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out a tear. Oh, baby, again.
Again, another bad recording.
And it's a visual too. I mean, you should see. I'll see if I can find that clip and I can post
Apparently,
it.
Joe Cocker said he found Belushi's portrayal of him to be impressive and humorous.
Yeah.
And acknowledged the comedic genius of Belushi's impression.
Let me see if I can find it. I'll post it.
And did he have other hits besides "Feeling All Right" and then "Little Help My Friends"?
He had several. He had. Let's see what I got him right here.
He was very popular.
You Are So Beautiful to Me.
Oh yeah.
You have Up Where We Belong with Jennifer Warnes was a huge hit.
That was his biggest charting one, I think.
And You Can Leave Your Hat On is another big hit that he had.
Yeah, I remember.
I like You Can Leave Your Hat.
Love lifts us up where we belong.
That's from The Officer and a Gentleman when he goes to the factory.
I got no place else to go.
He picks up Deborah Winger and carries her out of them.
Yeah, everything is a moment. Everything in your life is a moment in a movie, I think.
I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles cry on the mountain high.
There you go.
To me,
Come on.
can't you see?
What?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Everything I hope for.
And I don't have to have a movie to think it's a good song.
You're everything I need.
I just posted that John Belushi video on.
I think
Twitter.
the end of that song, love that the one you were just playing. The very end, his voice gets all really squeaky at the end. Here it is.
No.
No.
Oh, hang on.
You are so beautiful to
And then, of course, You Can Leave Your Hat On.
Yes.
In the full Monty, this is the song that they... Yes, I can bring everything to a movie. This is the song that they strip to at the end, and they leave their
Hats
hat
on.
on and then take everything off. And
There you go.
That's a little Joe Cocker.
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
There we go.
Yep. Should we take a break now?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break and then come back. You can check in with us if you'd like to do that. 877-602-9696 is the number. We like to hear from you in the morning. So why don't you do it? Say, hello, 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 877-602-9696. You can also text us if that's your preferred method. 33986 is that number.
Hoops Vision Correction, HOOPES Vision.com.
Well, Carrie and I both have had this laser LASIK procedure.
Yes.
Got rid of glasses, contact lenses.
Hated the contact lenses.
Yeah, boy, it's sure nice to get rid of glasses, too.
Yeah.
And this is a procedure that is so simple and so painless, it's amazing. And it's even gotten better since we had it. They have this new laser called the Zeiss Visimax 800. It's a smile. They call it the procedure Smile. And it's the most advanced laser technology available today. So if you've been told that LASIK or PRK surgery wouldn't work for you in the past, that may have changed with this new laser.
It's funny with this new technology. It's just getting easier and
Yeah.
just it's so simple.
Right now, you can save $1,000 off LASIK or PRK. Make your appointment now. It's a no-obligation appointment. 877-30-LASIK is the number to call, or you can do it online at hoopsvision.com.
It's often said that people of Utah speak a language all their own. It's a language that's often confusing and even incomprehensible to newcomers here in the Beehive State. So, Radio from Hell presents a handy guide to help everyone understand how the natives speak. It's the Utah word of the day, and today's word is...
Pleece. P-L-E-E-C-E. Pleece. Now, in our last episode of Utah Word of the Day, Don Criddle, mayor of Mona, Utah, was staying away from the family, isolating himself due to COVID. While talking to his son, Denver Criddle, on the phone, Denver told his father about a major crime that had occurred in Mona. Someone had stolen the local radio station's tower, all 200 steel feet of the KVOM tower gone. Grand Theft Audio, Denver called it. Don is still out of town, so Denver is man of the house, and someone's knocking at the door. Again, the word is please.
I'll go find out who it is, Mama. Who's knocking at the door?
Hi there, youngster. Is your daddy at home?
It's pretty urgent that we speak.
Holy for holy, it's you. You're him. It's him. You're him.
Sorry, who am I?
You're the guy on the radio I listen to every morning. You're Captain Breakfast.
That's me, all right, Daddy-O. Captain Breakfast, baby. Loving you Monday through Friday, 4 hours in the AM, on the AM, baby. Loving you hard.
Oh, my God, that's just the way you sound on the radio. You're Captain Breakfast.
That's the name, baby. Don't wear it out. I'm here to speak to the mayor, Mayor Diddle. Who are you?
I'm his son, Denver Diddle. Hey, Captain Breakfast, where's your partner? Where's Benny the Egg?
How the hell am I supposed to know? We're not joined at the hip. We're not like, best friends, I do my four and I hit the door. When the show is over, I am so out of there.
You mean you and the Egg ain't pals?
That little microphone hog seems to forget the name of the show we do. It's the Morning Zoo, starring Captain Breakfast with Benny the Egg. And that's enough of that. Now, I need to speak to Mayor Piddle.
Well, Mr. Breakfast, Daddy is out of town for the moment, but I'm his son, Denver Piddle. I'm kind of the junior assistant mayor. So maybe I can help, or at least get a hold of Daddy and tell him what you want.
I need to find out if there's any progressment being done on the theft of the KVOM tower. Because as long as that tower's gone, baby, we ain't on the air, and I ain't making money.
Well, I asked Daddy about that next time he calls, but aren't the police investigating?
Maybe they are, maybe not. But the danged police won't tell me nothing. Hell, kid, I got child support to pay.
I didn't know you was married, Captain Breakfast. You don't talk about it on the show.
I ain't married, baby. Never have been.
Well, then how come you have to pay child?
Figure it out, kid, will you? And tell your daddy the police need to solve this tower theft so me and the Egg can get back on the air.
Will do, sir.
It ain't just me, baby. I mean, not that I give a rat's butt, but the Egg, if he don't start working soon, probation and parole is going to come knocking at his door. Tell Mayor Fiddle, them Mona policemen need to hop to it.
Join us again some other time as we examine how the Utah natives speak with the Utah Word of the Day.
623-986.
All right, it's 6:22. Let's get this over with.
Indeed. 877-602-9696. That's the number to call and check in with us. We'd like to hear from you on the phone. Yeah, you can also text us, though, if you'd like. 33986. Do we have a sponsor, Gina?
Jerry Seiner Cadillac celebrates their new location with an incredible buying experience for your dream car. Come in today and experience the Seiner difference.
The moon is, well, it's a new moon, essentially. It's now started to wax toward fullness, but it's only 0.9% of full. The moon will rise today at 6:43 a.m., today being Monday. It's the 28th day of April in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2025. It's a free feral cat spay day. So go find yourself a feral cat and spay it or neuter it. It's Woody Woodpecker Day. Woody Woodpecker, a cartoon character produced by the Walter Lantz Studios. Sort of wanted to be a competitor to Mickey Mouse, I think. Woody Woodpecker, Walter Lantz, the cartoonist. You know, and then there was Lance Land with all the rides and things, but it just sort of fell apart. Never really.
I don't know if he's kidding or not. Was there a land?
No, there wasn't. National Prime Rib Day. National Devil Dog Day. Devil Dog, of course, from Drake's Cakes. 2 pieces of elongated devil's food cake with a gooey marshmallow center, giving the dessert its name, the Devil Dog. It looks sort of like a hot dog. And it's Babe Ruth Day, the birth date of the Colossus of Clout, the Sultan of SWAT, Babe Ruth. And this is an all-new edition of the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. It's Kerry Jackson right there. I'm Bill Allred. Gina Barberi sitting right over there. Katie for short is our fine producer. I believe I saw the back of Allison's head this morning helping
Your hair
out.
looks cute, Allison. I saw that through the window.
And the dog is there, too, I think. Vax.
Yes.
There he is, taking his nap. And now we'll go to your check-ins at 877-602-9696. Nobody's on the phone. We do have some texts, I believe.
Sketchy Blake of Ogden checking in. Let's see, Right Wing Wade. Let's see, Jimmer Fredette's mother checking in.
What?
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. All is forgiven, Gina.
I need to know if Jimmer Fredette's mom is really listening, because if you are, I'm embarrassed that I make fun of your son, and I'm
Why?
sorry.
What, I think you're apologizing to somebody who's having you on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm willing to bet this is not Jimmer
I need
Fredette's
proof
mother.
that you're Jimmer's mom.
Call in, 877 Mrs. Fredette,
Mama Fredette.
Mrs. Jimmer, 877-602-9696, if it's really you.
Richard, who's not a dick, checking in. Zane of Dallas checking in. Watched Ocean's 11 last night. Would be feeling all right if I had some Mill Creek coffee.
Ocean's 11 is one of my favorite movies.
Who's doing sports? I believe Amy will be here. Amy Donaldson. Bus driver Troy checking in. Mike in Nashville. Mixer driver Shane checking in from Orem. April in American Fork. Patrick, the friendly neighborhood middle school teacher, checking in, dealing with the respiratory virus that is going around.
You know, Mrs. Fredette, I've always been sticking up for your son against Gina's merciless taunting. So if you'd call in, I just like to.
You want to take her side?
I'll let you pile on.
Hello, nice to hear Joan around this morning from Dan of Evanston. Perry City listener checking in, saw Revenge of the Sith re-release over the weekend. Some people cheered for the Anakin versus Younglings scene like it was the chicken jockey from a Minecraft movie. What is wrong with people? Yes, he was killing children.
Yeah.
Why are you cheering?
That's not the same thing at all.
SoCal Spencer checking in. Let's see. A. Ron from Ogden. My mama used to have a music-playing doll that was a frog and a butterfly, and it sang, "You are so beautiful to me," as the frog tried to eat the butterfly with its tongue.
That's horrible.
What?
You are,
It was a toy?
I guess.
I guess. Jello Saladani says, hello. Okay, I loved farting around. Also trying not to be stressed out about school. Johnny B checking in, listening while making eggs in a cup and toast for breakfast.
Eggs in a cup.
Cardboard Chris checking in. Meshach of Erda checking in. Sorry to have missed you at the Hot Tub Factory outlet.
You said
Carrie.
it wrong, Carrie.
Hot Tub Factory Outlet!
Oh yeah, Meshach was supposed to bring me cookies. And he didn't. Morning, Mikel of Reno here. Cocker's Woodstock performance is definitely worth a Google. Yeah. Dr. Neil checking in. Sleepy Elijah checking in. Let's get this week over with. Kilroy was here checking in from the most pleasant of groves. Getting through Monday with a hope, prayer, and radio from hell. Love, Sid.
Aw.
Richard, that is a dick, checking in. Hope you all have a great Monday. Benny in Willow Creek just got back from AC/DC in Vegas. Angus did a 15-minute guitar solo and literally ran around a huge stage the entire time. He's the youngest 70 that I have ever seen.
Of course he did.
Woodworker Willie, the Woodpecker fan, the Woody the Woodpecker fan, checking in. Chef Roy checking in. Happy Woody Woodpecker Day. Tim the Tree Guy. Emmett the Pool Guy. Tom in Reno. Calvin from the Dell checking in. Returning from San Diego. Didn't see Festus anywhere. Cindy of Sunset.
Oh.
Metal Shop Mark checking in. Everybody's here. I guess we should start, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah, and then Carrie mentioned Right Wing Wade. He's out there letting us know I-15, both lanes moving along nicely. You're like, what? Does he work for you guys? No, you're all part of the Infinite team to let us know what you're seeing on the roads, if it's safe for you to do that. 33986. Do have one thing that UDOT's reporting. Crash southbound Bangor Highway at 41st South. The right lane blocked there. That's traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's see. We will take a break, play a song for you after the song, which is an If You Know, You Know song. We've got big boy news. And Frank Christ presents the Dead Celebrity Game. We'll explain how to play and what you'll win. All
Donut Critic is here. Let me see your shirt there. It's...
Russ and Daughters from NYC. It's known for their bagels more so than anything else.
Ah, okay. Nice shirt.
Thank you.
Now, Ben is the Donut Critic, but we don't have donuts here. You've presented us with a plate of stuff that looks kind of weird. What is it?
Well, I should have brought in a freeze-dried donut because that's what you're seeing in front of you is freeze-dried treats.
Do they do freeze-dried donuts?
Yeah, you can freeze-dry anything.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I made the mistake off the air of trying the freeze-dried jalapeno, which maintains its heat after being freeze-dried.
I even think it intensifies it a little bit.
And let's see this.
Now, does this come from a particular place?
Yeah, so this is from Base Camp Treats. She's based in Ogden, but ships nationwide. But she's on the forefront. She's starting to make her own treats and then freeze dry them. And I think that's the trend. Like, so in the past, it was like military, series preppers, and then like the crazed person in your neighborhood freeze drying everything.
Or every once in a while, you'd say you could get astronaut ice cream.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was freeze dried ice cream.
Actually, we have some ice cream here.
Is it hot over there?
That jalapeno.
I told you.
What should I start with?
Not the jalapeno.
Start with the pickle. So
the pickle's good. I've had two of those already.
Yeah, so it's like a pickle chip.
Freeze-dried pickle. Okay.
Yeah, and anyway, so she's going above and beyond just like the normal freeze-dried. So
you were speaking about the astronaut ice cream. Part of this is an ice cream sandwich. That little guy's an ice cream sandwich.
But the one I really want to talk about that's unique to her, it's a s'more bite. So she has a marshmallow, has it dipped in chocolate with graham cracker, and it's toasted on top. And so this isn't like she's going to the grocery store and just freeze drying candy or other things. Yep.
Is that what I'm seeing?
That's what you're seeing right there.
Okay.
But these are becoming more composed desserts, more along the lines of, hey, I'm a restaurant or I'm a dessert shop, and then I'm freeze drying that. So like that's kind of the cool part. You can go to Basecamp Treats on Instagram and see her story. She did like a 5 or 10 pound snake, and it's almost like who can freeze dry more or different, you know. So
she did wait a minute, she did a what?
A snake. It was a gummy snake, not a real snake.
Oh, okay.
A gummy snake.
Like that guy, kind of?
Yeah, so those are nerd ropes. Yeah, and it's twisty and turny. So, but yeah,
and these I recognize are the Nerds gummy clusters.
Yep,
right.
Yep.
How do you recognize that?
It's the only candy I can't get enough of.
Really?
I'm not much of a candy guy, but I love these things.
You also are seeing chips. They look like chips, but they're fruit roll-ups. I'm honestly going to make dessert nachos out of them because they look exactly like tortilla
they
chips.
look like tortilla chips.
Yes. And they're so cool, and like kids love them. So,
what would you put on a dessert nacho?
Yeah, you could just like drizzle like fruit stuff on top, or you could even put some nerd clusters. I mean, like let's just
Why
sugar
not,
it all. We'll
right?
sugar it all up. But
And what is this little item?
that's a cream puff. So those that you get from Costco, you just put some raspberry and chocolate on top and just freeze dried those. I mean, it's just, you can freeze dry anything. And then, like I said, it's just getting more and more upscale.
How long does it take to freeze dry things?
Hours. I'm not sure exactly, but. But one of the reasons why I'm talking about her is she's going to be one of our cool vendors at Sugar High. And Sugar High happens on September 23rd this year. So a few weeks earlier.
What's Sugar High?
So Sugar High is a dessert festival. We have a tasting portion where we get people in and you get all these sample tickets. You're interacting with the vendors and just like filling up. I mean, talk about 50 samples, like something that you just wouldn't be able to eat. You're indulging on that. It's just a fun activity. But also attached to that is an expo where the public can come in. There's games, there's food, there's dessert mazes and stuff like that. So
a dessert maze?
Oh, yeah. You're going to walk through and it's immersive. You get to smell and experience, like, let's say cookies. You're hearing cookies getting made. You're smelling it. It's like walking through a bakery.
Where does this take place?
So it's at Mountain America Expo. And I know FanX is going at the same time, but like we know that there's a crowd that doesn't go to FanX or
You're
your
a
spouse.
fan of sugar.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like your spouse or your partner is going to go to FanX, and you come to us, and we'll have a dessert party over there. So
I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
What's the name of this business again?
So this one is Base Camp Treats.
Base Camp Treats.
Yep. So basecamptreats.com or the same on Instagram. But she's going to do something really fun. So get prepared.
Now, who buys this? I mean.
Well, Base Camp tells me it's folks for camping, but the idea is this is for more than just
that.
I mean, but basically, would people buy their stuff to take camping with them?
Camping, we do it on road trips. We do some of it is like charcuterie, so like they do dessert boards or like charcuterie boards, and these are really fun additions because they're super unique. They got a lot of like flavor and pop. So yeah, there's a lot of reason to do it. So
you could take it to space, Bill.
Yeah,
astronaut ice cream.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, tickets go on sale for Sugar High this Friday.
And while you're here, Ben, a business that you helped us become aware of, Dolly Donuts and Grill.
Yes.
We're doing an event there on Saturday.
Oh my
you
gosh.
are welcome to come.
I'm going to be there.
5 to 7?
Yeah, 5 to 7. Everybody's welcome. It's a Radio from Hell mixer. And this sometimes we have you sign up for these things. This is not one you have to register for. Just everybody can show up. We're going to have prizes to give away. We're going to do Beat Gina live. You can get a donut and a drink from Dolly Donuts. And a full bar. They've got burgers and wings, and
I think they should have donuts like that late in the day too.
Well, they're going to have a free. You get a free Radio from Hell donut.
Oh my
when
gosh,
you
that's
buy
amazing.
like a burger and a drink. Or,
What would be the flavor for Radio?
I don't know.
they're developing something.
Oh my gosh,
so you
I'm
should
so
show
intrigued.
up just for that.
Our
I am
top
intrigued.
scientists are working on it.
Yes.
So again, Sugar High.
SugarHighEvents.com to sign up for the email. It's going on sale this Friday.
Okay.
And that happens on September 23rd. And then, again, Base Camp Treats. These are super delicious, and order some in nationwide.
I'm going to try the jalapeno now.
Careful.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Careful.
I got
It's hot. Yeah, I told you.
I got like spicy runny nose.
So
right
eat
now.
the ice cream sandwich after. That'll mellow it out. That's my suggestion.
It's something about the spice almost turns into air because
Do you
it's
know what
freeze-dried.
that would be good on? Like on a burger. Like you could put
Yeah.
it could be
Or
a little
nachos.
crunchy.
Yeah. Because sometimes nachos get a little like gooey, so you just put that on for the extra crunch on top. So.
Yeah.
Why is it so fun to watch people just eat spicy things and freak out? I don't know why. It's so fun.
Yeah. That's
Well, if we want to make money, we turn into an ASMR channel instead
Yes.
of doing a radio station and just eat stuff like this all day. So
You can follow the
Because on this day, in 1979, David Bowie released Boys Keep Swinging, the lead single from his 13th studio album, Lodger. I like that song. All right, 6:37 right now. Time for some big boy news and innuendo. Right after that, it's Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine, the Dead Celebrity Game. We'll give you a list of 4 celebrity names. 3 of those celebrities are just fine. One of them is dead. If you pick the dead one correctly, you will win.
Tickets to see Silver Sun Pickups May 1st at the Union.
Silver Sun Pickups tickets at 877-602-9696. This number to call to play to win right after this big boy news and opinioendo brought to you by.
Is your AC ready for summer? Get the X96 special offer on spring AC tune-ups and be sure to ask about their VIP plans that include 2 annual tune-ups, priority scheduling, plus discounts on all services, repairs, and replacements. Go to larsonhvac.com/X96.
Sean Combs, who elevated hip-hop in American culture while building a music and clothing empire that made him a billionaire, faces a sex trafficking trial next month that could cement his shattered reputation or offer him a shot at redemption. The 55-year-old Combs faces possible life in prison if convicted, is among the most influential and widely recognized men in the entertainment field to face sexual abuse allegations after the #MeToo movement encouraged accusers to speak up. Like movie producer Harvey Weinstein and R&B singer R. Kelly, Combs is accused by prosecutors of using his influence and wealth to coerce women into unwanted sexual activity and intimidate them into staying quiet for years. Combs has pleaded not guilty to 5 felony counts, including racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. The trial, which will take place in Manhattan federal court, could last 2 months. His lawyers did not respond to a request for comment for this story. Since his arrest in September, he's been in jail in Brooklyn, far from the mansions in Miami and Los Angeles where he had been living. His father died 4 years after his birth, and Combs was raised by a single mother in Harlem, just a few blocks away from where he's in jail. After 2 years at Howard University, Combs dropped out to go into the music business and was very successful. He was a hustler. I read before all of this came out. I read an article about him somewhere, and he was very impressive.
Oh yeah,
his business acumen and his ability to put deals together was very impressive. So it's such a contradiction in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do all of this? Well, we'll find out more as the trial progresses. When president of Utah State University, Betsy Cantwell, during her tenure, she remodeled her office at Utah State in the old main building, and that remodel amounted to $245,891.
Must have been nice.
That's before security upgrades, which cost an additional $33,603. When she was hired as president of Utah State University, her signed contract was an annual salary of $581,585 a year. This is taxpayer money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
During her brief tenure, she spent at least another $661,800 in university funds on new cars, an apartment in Salt Lake City, extensive national travel, and lavish furnishings, including a $750 bidet for her office.
That's a nice bidet.
Sure
That
is.
is.
Receipts obtained by the Salt Lake Tribune through public records show a pattern of big spending by Cantwell and little oversight. The Tribune looked at more than 500 pages of records documenting hundreds of approved buys by the president throughout her roughly 18-month tenure, one of the shortest in recent state history. None of them appear to have been flagged or questioned. The purchases continued through Cantwell's final days in the position, including several items for a major office remodel dated January 31st. She announced February 6th that she intended to leave and step down to serve as president of Washington State University at the end of March. Her office renovation ultimately totaled $245,900. Furniture, an executive chair.
I'm wondering why she needs an apartment in Salt Lake if she's the Utah State.
Well, I mean, she does. She comes to Salt Lake to lobby at the legislature and things like that. I'm sure there is legitimate reason for it, but what I think, and I think that none of this is criminal.
Is that right?
I don't think so. It was approved. It was all approved.
But is that a good use of your tuition money?
No, it's not. It's not a good use of taxpayer money either. Cantwell did not return a call from the Tribune for comment on the story. Through a USU spokesperson, she declined to speak and say that she was busy getting ready for her next position. You know, she's got a whole new office to remodel up at Washington State University. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure none of it's illegal. It's just excessive. A fire that grew to 700 acres in Weber County late Friday has been contained, according to fire officials. The Weber Fire District reported crews were dispatched to a grass fire northwestern Weber County. They said the fire was unrelated to a prescribed burn that took place nearby earlier in the day. After the fire pushed westward to the water's edge, crews were able to contain its spread to the north and the south. And no one was injured and no structures were damaged, so that's good news there. This is bizarre. More than 70 explosive devices were found inside the Orem apartment of a man who was arrested in the parking lot of a Provo mall on Friday morning after waving a gun around. The Provo Police Department responded to the town center mall at 10:30 in the morning after receiving reports of a man brandishing what appeared to be a gun. When the officers located him, identified as 41-year-old Eric Whitaker, sitting inside his vehicle in the mall parking lot, they spotted what looked like to be an improvised explosive device, prompting the bomb squad to be dispatched to the scene. 4 devices that appeared to be pipe bombs were safely removed from Mr. Whitaker's vehicle. When an investigation of the vehicle also found a handgun and ammunition. It's not known if the devices were officially declared to be pipe bombs. After Whitaker was taken into custody, though, there was a warrant served on his apartment, and they found a huge number of homemade improvised explosive and anti-personnel fragmentation grenade devices.
Sounds like we have literally dodged a bullet here.
Yep.
In total, 71 devices were safely removed from Whitaker's apartment, along with various bomb-making materials. Several residents, were evacuated from their apartments. While they removed all of that material, they were allowed to return to their homes after about 4 hours. So human skeletal remains discovered in Utah County. In an announcement Saturday, the Lone Peak Police Department said they responded to a report of suspected human remains on the east side of Lambert Park. The park, located in Alpine, is an area that's largely undeveloped and used for biking and equestrian and foot traffic. The person who discovered the remains was riding a horse, called the police. Officers responded, "Yep, that's a human skeleton, all right." Police cordoned off the scene and kept it secure until Saturday, when investigators from the Lone Peak and State Medical Examiner's Office went out and processed the scene. The individual's identity and the circumstances surrounding the death are not known. The remains have been turned over to the Medical Examiner's Office for further investigation. Well, Donald Trump has the lowest 100-day job approval rating of any president in the past 80 years.
Wow.
With public pushback on many of his policies and extensive economic discontent, including broad fears of a recession. This is according to a new ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll. Yet he still beats the Democrats in Congress in terms of trust to handle the nation's main problems.
It's because all the Democrats do is write strongly worded letters.
39% of respondents in the ABC News Washington Post poll said that they approve of how Trump is handling his job as president, down 6 percentage points from February, while 55% said that they disapprove.
Mike Lee says it's fake news, by the way.
Of course.
He doesn't believe it.
Yeah,
This is not true.
Yeah.
Let's see.
In his bubble.
Yeah.
11 people were killed as a vehicle plowed into a street festival in downtown Vancouver. The vehicle entered the street at about 8:14 p.m. It was a parade, a Philippine celebration, Lapu Lapu Day Festival. A 30-year-old Vancouver man was arrested at the scene. The department's major crime section is overseeing the investigation. They say we are confident that this is not an act of terrorism because they kind of know the guy. He's had run-ins with the police before, mental illness problems, and he said when they arrested him, "I'm sorry." California has the 4th largest economy in the world.
Yep.
Surpassing Japan in the global rankings.
Oh, don't turn us into California, whatever you do.
According to a newly released
That sounds terrible.
data from the International Monetary Fund and the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis. Only the United States, China, and Germany have larger economies than California when it comes to the global rankings based on gross domestic product numbers.
Yeah, don't California up our Utah, boy.
it'd be
Californicators.
terrible. My goodness.
Jeez.
A young boy is lucky to escape unharmed after doing what he can to keep Ogden sketchy. A 2-year-old, 7-year-old. He took his family's car on a joyride.
Oh?
Ogden police said they got a call, joyriding incident around 8 o'clock in the morning. The 7-year-old reportedly got access to his mother's car in Clearfield and drove off.
That's a tall 7-year-old if he's driving.
His younger sister was in the car with him. Police said the kid driver traveled from Clearfield into Ogden. By the time they received reports of reckless driving, officers tried to conduct a traffic stop, but the boy didn't pull over. They chose not to pursue for safety's sake. The car came to a stop after hitting a curb at 40th Street in Ogden. Nobody was injured, and police said that the children were given breakfast at the police station before being returned to their family.
You're rewarding them with breakfast?
Come on in and have some breakfast.
Isn't that the kind of thing you say, no breakfast for you?
No, the police said, we want to thank you for keeping Ogden sketchy. And the Yellowstone caldera, a volcanically active region under and around Yellowstone National Park, has long been the subject of research, speculation, and science fiction regarding the possibility of a volcanic eruption. Yeah, that was a terrible movie. But a new study shows the event may be even less likely than we thought. Scientists have discovered a huge magma cap that plays a role in releasing pressure that contributes to large eruptions.
Magma.
Yeah, they say it's not likely.
Oh, good.
Anything
Thank
like
you,
that would
Bill.
happen.
I needed one less thing to worry about, and that has been on my list of
The caldera?
worries. Yeah,
Really?
so I can just kick that down a little bit.
So there's a story in the Salt Lake Tribune, I think it is, or what? Yeah. For Mother's Day, take Mom to these restaurants. I don't think you could take your mother to all of these restaurants in a single day. It's just there are 15 or so different restaurants on this. Take her to one of them, maybe, but not all of them. All right, that's it.
What?
All right. We need a contestant for Frank Christ Presents, 877-602-9696. Get a chance to win those Silver Sun Pickups concert tickets.
They're coming to the Union on May 1st.
So call right now to get them.
Weather. So spotty sprinkles today. We saw some of that on our drive-in to work today. That'll be off and on throughout the day. Cooler, 61 for a high. Tomorrow looks like we have clear skies, 68, and then another chance for showers coming in Tuesday night into Wednesday. We kind of have this off and on pattern every other day this week. Sunny day, rainy day, sunny day, rainy day. Let's see. Traffic. We have that crash southbound Bangor Highway 41st South. It's affecting the right lane of traffic there. Let me check our message stream. That's where Infiniteam assembles and lets us know what you are seeing on the roads. Nothing here, but you can text us anything. Like Lisa from Roy says, the Utah Military Academy Hillfield Drill Team competed in California Golden Bear Nationals and won 3rd overall.
Wow.
Against 45 schools. You can send us stuff like that. We like it when you do. 33986. Business owners, do you owe $15,000 or more on employment taxes and don't know what to do? McClure and Stewart, your local trusted tax attorneys. Go to McClureandStewart.com today.
Good morning, Frank.
Oh, hello, everyone.
You look a little damp. It's raining there.
It's my tears.
Your cloak is all wet.
It's my tears.
Is it stained with tears?
Yes.
Frank Christ has joined us here in the studio. Frank is the Grim Reaper of celebrity souls. He's a skeletal figure, as you might guess. He wears the robe and he has a belt and he carries a scythe. But it's nice that you wear a helmet and you have an electric
Well,
scooter.
safety first.
That's what the old brain bucket.
Don't want to crack the old noggin.
No.
That's all I have.
Frank is, it's a bad job. It's a sad job for Frank.
I don't like it.
He reaps the souls only of celebrities, and it makes him very sad because he loves them.
I love our precious celebrities, don't you?
I do.
I do too.
Everything they say and do is right.
I think so. Like Gwyneth Paltrow, for instance.
Oh, I hear she's back on the carbs.
Yeah, she's eating cheese now.
Cheese eating?
Yes, she's eating cheese and drinking milk.
What has happened?
I don't know. It's. I hope she's going to be all right.
She's fine, Bill.
She's fine?
She's just fine.
All right. But Frank joins us every weekday to play the game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
It's a macabre game, really. It involves dead celebrities, and we give prizes to people who can determine which one of the celebrities is dead. Do we have a contestant?
Tyler is here.
Tyler, good morning. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm fine.
Fine, just fine.
Yes, okay, Tyler. You're fine. You're just
Thank
fine.
you, Tyler.
Tyler, if you can identify the dead celebrity on this list, we have a nice prize for you. What is it, Gina?
Tickets to see Silver Sun Pickups coming May 1st to the Union.
All right. Now, Tyler, because it's Babe Ruth Day, these actors that Frank has given me are in movies about Babe Ruth. And it surprised me how many there were.
Quite a few.
Yes, and there are 4 celebrities here. One of them is dead. Tyler, you identify the dead celebrity, you will win those tickets. So, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay. Number 1 on the list, Lucy Arnaz. Little Lucy made her acting debut in a major role in the series Here's Lucy. She was in many TV shows, including Murder, She Wrote, Marcus Welby, MD, Sons and Daughters, Law and Order. She also performed in many musical theater productions on Broadway and abroad. Her Babe Ruth movie, the animated Henry and Me. Number 1, Lucy Arnaz.
She was the jazz singer with Neil Diamond.
Oh, that's right.
That
She was.
out.
Yes, she was. and what's his name?
Laurence Olivier.
Laurence Olivier, yeah. Number 2, Brian Dennehy. His film roles include First Blood, Gorky Park, Silverado, Cocoon, and Tommy Boy. He won the Golden Globe for his role as Willie Loman in the TV film Death of a Salesman, and he had great success as a stage actor in a variety of roles throughout his career. He voiced the role of Babe Ruth in another animated movie, Everybody's Hero. Number 2, Brian Dennehy. Number 3, Bruce Boxleitner, known for his leading roles in TV series How the West Was Won, Bring 'Em Back Alive, Scarecrow, and Mrs. King with Kate Jackson, and Babylon 5. He starred in Walt Disney Pictures. He was Tron in Tron. He also wrote 2 science fiction novels with a Western setting. Frontier Earth and what's the other one here? Come on. Oh, there it is. Frontier Earth and Searcher. He was Jumpin' Joe Dugan in a movie called The Babe. Number 3, Bruce Boxleitner. And finally on this list of actors, Stephen Lang. He was in Avatar and Avatar The Way of Water. Other films were Last Exit to Brooklyn, Tombstone, Conan the Barbarian, Don't Breathe, and Don't Breathe 2. He also had an extensive career on Broadway, being nominated for a Tony for The Speed of Darkness. He played Babe Ruth in a made-for-TV movie called Babe Ruth. Number 4, Stephen Lang. All right, one of those actors is dead. Tyler, which one is it?
Well, since Brian Dennehy has such a great beard, I'm going to have to go with him.
He did. Yes, he was he dead in 2020 at the age of 80. I didn't know he'd gotten that old. He was 81.
Too soon.
Yeah. Excellent actor. Brilliant, really good actor. Well, congratulations. You have won tickets to Silver Sun Pickups.
All right.
Hang on the line,
Hang on.
Katie. You'll get some information.
His
from
enthusiasm was overwhelming, wasn't it?
Yes.
He was so thankful.
Well, I've got to go check on Ann Margaret.
Oh.
84 today.
Hitting
Old
with
man
a whip.
hands?
Man hands Margaret, they call her.
Hitting with a whip.
And Jay Leno's 75 today.
Hey, did you hear that? He's 75.
That's what I'll do. I'll check on him and I'll say, you hear about this? Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Frank.
Let's see. Southbound Bangor Highway 44 South. 2 right lanes are closed through there. And that's the only thing that UDOT's reporting. And the only thing, oh, nope, this just came through. Major slowdown, 15 northbound, 80 east. Okay. Thank you for sending that in, 33986. Join me later today at Quick Quack Car Wash in Mapleton. I'll be there from 4 to 6 for free car washes. This is that same thing you did, Carrie, with it's a fundraiser for a family.
Yeah.
So the car wash is free, but you should
They recommend
donate.
you make a donation.
Yeah. Do that. Also, I'll have some Lagoon passes and some new Radio from Hell mugs to give away.
All right. Thank you very much. KXRK Provo. We will take a break. We will be back after these messages. Amy Donaldson has sports. Stand by for that. Zero Res.
Spring's here. This is the best time to get your home spring cleaned. Part of that is getting... Zero Res can do all kinds of stuff. Clean your carpets, of course.
Yes.
But they do air ducts. They do your upholstery. Just have them come in and do all of it. Have a spring refresh. I've had them at my house many times doing all of those things. And you're just going to feel better after they come through. Maybe you've been hesitating doing carpet cleaning because you think, oh, the carpets will be wet for days and I don't want to deal with it. No, with the patented technology that Zero Res has, they don't use detergents. And that means no chemicals and bad stuff. And it also means your carpets and upholstery dry faster.
I like to go over to Gina's house and just walk on the carpet.
It's nice, isn't it? It's soft. It's not all crunchy and stuff. Their special they have on now is, let's see, get 3 rooms clean for only $119 plus 1 hallway free when you mention X96. You can call them, 866-0RES, or go online at ZeroRes.
It's often said that people of Utah speak a language all their own. It's a language that's often confusing and even incomprehensible to newcomers here in the Beehive State. So, Radio from Hell presents a handy guide to help everyone understand how the natives speak. It's the Utah word of the day, and today's word is...
Well, 2 words today, actually. Hell, H-E-L-L, and well, W-E-L-L. Here to use these words in some dialogue is the mayor of Mona, Don Criddle, and his son, Denver. Denver's been listening to a local radio station, the voice of Mona, KVOM 1493.5 on your AM dial, and he's heard some news about Mona that he wants his daddy, the mayor, to address. Again, the words are hell and well.
Daddy, I know you don't listen to the morning show over to KVOM, so I wanted to tell you.
You are darned right I don't listen to that trash. What is it, the morning jail?
Well, it's the morning zoo, Daddy, the morning zoo with Captain Breakfast and Benny the Egg. Hey, you know why they call him Benny the Egg?
No.
Because he's kind of round-shaped, and his farts smell like eggs.
Okay, whatever it is. It sure ain't funny. Fart sounds and whistles are not what I want when I'm eating my breakfast, son. And then when they speak about me, the mayor of Mona, their mayor, they're not respectful. They just don't respect the office.
Oh, Daddy, they don't mean nothing by that. That's just the morning show fun, you know, wacky morning show hijinks.
I don't find it fun when they call me Mayor Fiddle. And Mayor Fiddle and Mayor Diddle, for gosh sakes, and Mayor Piddle. And it's just not funny at all. Just nasty, particularly when you stop and think about the implications of the words piddle and diddle. I mean, I just don't care for it one little bit.
Oh, okay, Daddy, but, you know, sometimes they take on some serious stuff, you know, like community stuff that the people of Mona need to know. Like this morning, they was talking about public art projects and how Mona ought to have some public art.
Denver, if them 2 fort knockers are on that morning show, if they got you thinking about going around town and drawing some stuff on public buildings, think again. That's just vandalism. It's graffitiism.
No, nothing like that, Daddy. They was talking about a real art project for the city. Like the one they got up to the Salt Lake in Sugar House. They got a roundabout up there, and there's like a big well coming out of it.
A well? You mean like a big fish?
Mm-hmm.
Like a humpback well?
That's right, Daddy. And most people just love it. They say it makes them proud of their city. And some people almost even worship this well statue. They bow to it and salute it and say, "All hail the well." At least that's what Captain Breakfast and Benny the Egg says.
And so?
They think we ought to have something like that here in Mona. And they ran what they call a zoo poll, so listeners could call in and say what kind of statue Mona should have.
And so?
They got 2 calls. One said the statue should be of a carp, because that's the only fish that we got in the Mona Reservoir. The second call was from me, and I said we should have a giant statue of the world's most effective all-copper bullet. On account of we got the world-famous Barnes Bullet Factory here in Mona. We should have a statue of a giant copper bullet.
And did them 2 boneheads say where the money would come from?
Well, they said first thing was to talk to the city council and Mayor Diddle.
Mayor Diddle,
Oh, come on, Daddy. It's just a morning show. They're just kidding.
Join us again some other time as we examine how the Utah natives speak with the Utah word of the day.
X96.
Like Samantha in Payson did.
Payson?
She also trains tigers for a living. In Payson. You wouldn't think about that in Payson.
No.
I think she's lying.
I don't know. Take it up with Samantha.
I will.
Sports brought to you by
X96 presents the Kilby Block Party May 15th through the 18th at Utah State Fair Park, featuring Weezer, New Order, Beach House, Devo, and more. Get your tickets in the full lineup at x96.com.
Amy Donaldson Sports. Break.
Well, here she is, Amy Donaldson. She is a sports reporter, a podcaster. You can find her podcast.
A dog rescuer.
You can find
Very
her,
important.
Find her podcasts wherever fine podcasts are obtained. There's The Letter and The Making of a Moment and Something Coming Soon. Right?
Yes, yeah. Definitely.
And also, dog rescue extraordinary.
Yeah. We got a couple on the site, and we have one of the little dogs from Ogden.
They were they all little dogs? It seemed like
they were Chihuahua mixes. I think maybe some terrier, beagle stuff.
They looked so
little stuff.
sad in their pictures.
Oh, they are so cute.
That hoarding situation in Ogden where there were over 100 dogs.
I guess there's only like 8 dogs left at Weber, and apparently they had cats too. Which makes sense because this little dog, was struggling to get her to eat, and she kept going for the cat food. So I think maybe
that's what she
maybe
had.
that might have been a taste, acquired taste. But yeah, she's quite a cutie. But
Well, if I have my choice, I'll take the cat food.
I'd
usually
over dog food?
Yeah, I'd go for the cat food.
I don't know. Depends.
Little Friskies.
Ugh, I hate the smell of cat food.
All right. How about some sports?
Yeah, how about some sports? Let's see, NBA playoffs we got going on. Only one team has been eliminated. The Thunder eliminated the Grizzlies with a 117-115 win. And let's see, you got the Warriors beating the Rockets. They now lead that series 2-1. They play tonight. The Nuggets and the Clippers, they're tied 2-2. They play tomorrow. Timberwolves, they beat the Lakers. That series is now 3-1. The Lakers were everyone expected. They traded for Luka Doncic, so it was LeBron James, Luka. Like this thing is going to be lit, as they say. But Anthony Edwards has something to say about that. He's a superstar. He scored 43 points in the win yesterday. If he has another good game, they will eliminate the Lakers. So, let's see. In Milwaukee, not good news. Giannis, I'm not even going to attempt to say his last name. And the Bucks, they're down 3-1. They lost to the Pacers, so they're down 3-1. They lost 129-103. But the worst news was that our friend Damian Lillard went down with an injury, and Milwaukee coach Doc Rivers said the prognosis does not look good. So, he's 34. He actually had blood clots and had this miraculous recovery, and so he's going to be available for the playoffs. And now he has most likely a knee, a tear in his ACL, MCL, whatever. So, that'll probably be it for him this season. Celtics lead the Magic 3-1. Knicks lead the Pistons 3-1. They had a 94-93 win. Everyone's upset because there maybe was a foul at the end of the game that didn't get called. There were a couple controversial endings. Cleveland leads the Heat 3-0. They play tonight, and you can watch our guy Donovan Mitchell most likely eliminate the Heat tonight if you want to.
Okay.
RSL, they had a victory 3-1 over San Diego. Diego Luna's red card got, as you guys noted last week, got overturned. Actually listened to, I've never heard this before, but they have the recordings of officials watching the game in real time, and then they signal the referee and say, hey, you should review this, all that conversation. So they had that recording, and they're basically saying, oh, get him to record it. And you can hear the official being like, I'm giving him a red, I'm a red card to Luna, and you see them saying but there's no kick.
So even at the time they were saying,
but it's a judgment call. So the ref says, they watch it. They say we don't see the kick, and he's like, there's a kick, and so they say okay, and they let him call it. But when appealed, it was overturned. But lucky for RSL, Bodie Hidalgo got a red card in the victory. So we have another player who got sent off and won't be available. But Diego scored 2 goals, one in extra time in the first half, and then at minute 54 in the second half. Sam Jokwa, he scores the 3rd goal for RSL. There's also NHL playoffs happening right now. Winnipeg, I think we talked about they're the best team and they have the best record in the NHL.
So, but a Canadian hockey team apparently hasn't won the Stanley Cup in 20 years or something like that.
Yeah, it's so interesting because that was the same thing. It's their game, right?
Yeah,
and then when I covered the Olympics in 2002, they'd never won the Olympics. And even they'd hosted it twice. So, and they won in Salt Lake. So they're the best team. They're now in trouble against St. Louis. That series is tied 2-2. And the Blues got hot at the end of the season, which is what I love about playoffs. But nobody expected them to give them this. Mm-hmm. They expected the hot to make for a good series, and it has. But 2 other series are at 3-1. Most of the hockey is much more competitive than the NBA is. Capitals and Canadians and the Hurricanes and Devils, they are playing. I think they played tonight, but their series are 3-1 each. NFL draft was this weekend, and there were lots of interesting stories. Mm-hmm. Former Corner Canyon quarterback Jackson Dart.
He went really high.
He played at USC in Mississippi. He goes in the first round to the New York Giants.
Really?
And Giants fans are furious. They don't want another Utah guy because they had
Love.
No, they had the kid from BYU that Zach Wilson. Yeah, and they were like, we don't want that. We don't want a Mormon. I can't remember what they said, a Mormon something or other. I have no idea of anyone's religion in this story, but they're upset. They called him a chubby white guy from Utah. They don't want him.
Wow.
And one of the big controversies.
New York fans, they're the best.
They're the best. I mean, prepare yourself, Jackson. It's going to get rough. But Shedeur Sanders, Colorado quarterback.
5th round.
Deion Sanders. Yeah. So he's still on the board, and everybody thought, oh, well, New York will take Sanders, right?
Yeah.
Did not. And then he continued to fall day after day. And I believe it was on Saturday he got prank called by the 21-year-old son of the defensive coordinator for the Falcons.
Which was a jerky. I mean, whatever you think about Shedeur Sanders, that was a
if you listen to it, it just will break your heart.
Yeah.
And even if you think he's, as I do, I've not been on the Deion Sanders bus, just because of the arrogance. And I understand you got to have swag and you got to have confidence when you play sports, but just a little too much for me. And the best analysis I saw of why he fell was from Tiki Barber. And Tiki Barber said, kids come who are really standouts in college now, they have NIL money. They come out of college rich. Mm-hmm. They have $4 or $5 million, and they think that's all the money they're going to need for the rest of their lives. And they drive fancy cars, and so and he said football is the one, and it's. I would argue you could probably say this about any combat sport like WWE or something or rugby, but you have to earn it. Like there's very little that is given to you.
They're not hungry. If they're not hungry, they're not listening. They're not going to be coachable.
If you get paid before you have to go, because football's so brutal, so hard, right? Why? And he said, if you don't love the game, you're not going to make it. And they said, we're not sure he loves the game. Like he has all these other hobbies. He drives a Bentley. He wants to make music.
Rap.
He does rap. But other guys are coming in and they're hungry. They don't they don't even own a car, right? But he said you're going to see this more and more because NIL money makes these kids rich in college, and they come out and they're not hungry. And if they don't love the game, you're going to see really great players not get picked up in the way that we have in the past. So I thought that was really interesting. He's the only one who connected it to NIL money. Everybody else said, "Oh, they don't want to deal with Deion Sanders."
I mean, that's part of it.
But you said. And you didn't really elaborate on it. It was heartbreaking to hear it. Why was that?
The prank call, because you see a young man who thinks he's being drafted by a team, and he's excited about it, and then he says, "Oh, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer," and then the kid hangs up, and you see him just sort of like, "Wait, I don't really know what's happening," and you can tell like it's humiliation. You can see on his face like he's trying to laugh it off, but it was just to see anybody. I never liked those pranks. You guys know in radio they were super popular in the 90s. But a good joke we all enjoy.
Yeah, it was just mean.
I'm a pranker, but it's for us to have fun. It's not to humiliate you. And that was to humiliate him. That kid has since issued a pretty heartfelt apology. Better apology than most of the ones we see in this arena. But spelled his name wrong. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Google him.
Now,
right?
I just saw this story, Puka Nakua and his brother. And
Samson.
they got into a big fight with a fan. And I don't think we should cover that story at all, but you never talk about... I didn't even know the UFL was still going.
You and me both, my friend.
I
Ed
saw
and I were at the gym, and I was like, wait, because I saw on Twitter something about Samson Nakua playing,
Mhm.
and I said, what? And he said, and Ed said, oh, that's that fake football league. I was in the same boat.
Mhm.
But so I watched, and he jumps up, the fans yelling at them, fans lean over
Mhm.
and they're yelling, and he jumps up and slaps a guy in the face.
Yeah, no good.
And then everybody started laughing, but yeah, it was not good. Utah Royals, they lost Houston 1-0, and Liverpool, I have to mention, is the Premier League champions,
Oh.
and you should watch the video of everybody singing. It was kind of cool.
All right. Thank you. AD
Thank
on
you.
Sports is where you'll find Amy Donaldson stuff. Thank you, Amy.
All right, traffic, Gina.
Multiple vehicles involved in a northbound I-15 crash. This is affecting 3 lanes of traffic starting at 33rd South. It is a very, very slow and go through there, northbound I-15. And we also have a crash eastbound 45th South State Street in Murray. All eastbound lanes are blocked. You're going to want to use an alternate route through there. That's traffic.
Here are the boner candidates you're going to be voting for momentarily. Boner candidate number 1. President Blue Suit takes a call and a nap at the Vatican. Boner candidate number 2. Have a vodka spritzer. It's on me. And boner candidate number 3. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
All right, boner of the day, big boy news, all coming up after some messages and a song. The song is not only an On This Day, but it's also an If You Know, You Know. All right, so stand by for that. But first, the damn contest.
The damn contest. Win $1,000 in another cash contest here on X96. Listen for keywords that will announce at approximately 7:15, 10:15, 1:15, and 5:15. Each keyword is a unique entry for you. If you listen all day, that will increase your chances of winning. All the rules are at x96.com. This is a national contest. I'm going to give you a keyword and a special text number that you will text it to 508-777-1000. That's 508-777-1000. The keyword is key. Key, K-E-Y, key. Text that to 508-777-1000 for your chance to win $1,000 in this nationwide contest.
Ranlife.com/X96.
Yeah, Ranlife is, this is the home buying season. And springtime is when people are looking to buy homes. I don't know why that is exactly, but it is. And if you've been waiting for the right time to buy, Ranlife Home Loans makes it easier for you, makes it easier and even better than ever. They've slashed their floor rate on the 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage to 3.25%. That's 5.98% APR. That's 3.25%. That'll get you started on your home ownership journey. You've got lower payments up front. You probably can borrow more money than you normally would be able to. And, if you're a first-time buyer or making a move, this 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage gives you flexibility and savings to get your dream home right now. So the perfect way to start your home buying season, arm yourself with a 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage from Ranlife. Find out more about it by going to this website, ranlife.com/X.
This was what I noticed when I was at the Disney parks when I went down. By myself, of course, again, the lone weirdo is treated differently than if you're there with your family or a couple or whatever. The lone weirdo is always treated differently. So I'm sitting and having breakfast.
Okay.
First character I encounter is Pluto. Pluto is the first one.
Okay.
Which was interesting because he comes up to me. I'm just sitting there having breakfast, and he's like, hello, how are you? Doing the wave and all that stuff. Yeah. And I said, Pluto, always been a favorite. The first time I came to Disneyland, the first toy I bought, Mom said, you can buy whatever you want. And I bought a Pluto plastic figure, which I still have. And he started doing this.
Oh, the heart. Thank you.
And he comes in for a hug, and I was a little hesitant at first, but okay, fine. And we get in the hug, and I said, you've always been the best boy.
Oh.
And he did something that I did not expect.
Did he lift his leg?
No, that would have been expected.
Oh.
I got this.
What?
They're not supposed to make any
They're not
noise.
supposed to make noise.
What did that noise mean to you?
I don't know. But it was it was a noise, which you don't get with the characters.
No.
They're not supposed to speak. But he came in for the hug, did the hug. I said, "You were always the bestest boy," and he went.
That's interesting.
Which, again, I've never encountered that.
Now, I had my picture taken with Snow White years ago, and she talked all the time.
those characters can talk.
She didn't go. Oh, they can talk?
Yeah,
Okay.
the princesses can talk.
So I thought that was interesting. Let's see, and then
What was the most unusual character you encountered?
most unusual.
You know, that you think, oh, that's interesting that you don't see that character very much.
Well, let me go to Avengers Campus then. And here's the thing: Star Wars Land. Man, it's amazing the detail that they went into there. Oh, a Star Wars nerd is losing their mind. A Star Wars nerd could be there in that area the whole day. And there's stuff everywhere. There's details everywhere. The opposite is true of Avengers Campus. It looks like it was just thrown up overnight.
Which is surprising. Why?
Which is unfortunate because there's a lot you can do.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. But boy, they just threw that one up real quick. But the characters at Avengers Campus, they kind of keep them away from you. There was Iron Man showed up, and you could go and get your picture taken with him. I was too late because he's got to go, kids. Gotta go, and walked away.
So he can talk.
He was. They had a program somehow. It was like because it was a voice actor who was trying to sound like Robert Downey Jr. So that was interesting, but very much at a distance. He didn't go walking through the crowd. And then the rest of the Avengers, they're up on top of the Avengers Campus school thing.
So you can't even get close.
They're standing up there,
Waving.
And they'd occasionally do a little show every now and then. But there were only two characters that wandered freely, and I thought it was so cool. And that is Falcon, Captain America Falcon. He's Falcon now. Anyway, but he was just walking through the crowd, just no supervision.
No handlers.
There were no handlers anywhere. He was just walking through the crowd and getting down on his knees and saying hi to the kids and everything. I thought, now that's very cool. And then there was a show, the Dora Milaje, where they come out and they do this, warrior twirling their sticks dance thing. Well, it's like a dance, but they were calling it training. Yeah, choreographed. Now, the entire time, Black Panther was up on that, up there where the up top, supervising, not saying a word, but just standing up there, posing very proudly,
But you couldn't get your picture taken with Black Panther.
Not at that time. I mean, he might have been available at some other time.
Well, he's on a tight schedule.
But I just thought it was interesting that they just didn't have the characters just walking around as much as I thought they could. You could always see them. Oh, look, there's Captain Marvel. She's up there,
What's there to do there other than look at characters?
There's a really cool ride. There's the Spider-Man ride. And it's like, have you been on Toy Story Mania, the Target game?
Yeah.
It's 3D, and you shoot at targets.
Oh.
But with Toy Story Mania, they have the little gun that you operate. But with the Spider-Man, you flip your wrists out, like you're shooting a web. It's such a great effect.
Oh, so you're not holding anything.
You're not holding anything. The computer reads where your hand is.
Really?
And makes
it works?
And makes it look like, because of the 3D technology, it makes it look like the web is coming out of your hand.
But you don't have to be holding anything.
No. And but if you can buy wristbands that will do different things and give you different abilities, but it's just a target game, essentially. You're shooting at these little spider bots. That was really cool. So there's that. There's the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, which is still
Isn't
my
that
favorite.
Tower of Terror?
Tower of Terror, yeah. But beyond that, there really wasn't much. There's a magic show with Doctor Strange. There was, there's not much there. I was underwhelmed.
Now, somebody says characters like Mickey and Minnie can make a kissing sound. So maybe
That's what Pluto was doing.
Maybe he was giving. He wasn't talking, but he was like.
That's what Pluto was doing.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Now, the coolest character thing that I saw was you get to see an actual appearance of Spider-Man. You have to be there at a certain time, certain area. It's on the back side of the ride. And he crawls up a wall, gets up on a roof. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
So it's a real guy.
It's a real guy.
Okay.
And you can see his safety wires,
Right.
But he crawls up the side, goes up and does some flips and jumps and all that. And he goes, okay, now I got to do the big swing. So he goes behind this partition.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when they bring up the animatronic.
Mm-hmm.
And that animatronic swings up so I was amazed at how high they were getting that thing. It comes down and lands. So at that time, then this guy in the Spider-Man suit has walked to the other side. It's like he did it.
Yeah.
And then he jumps out right away as soon as he lands and goes, thanks, everybody. But then he briefly runs down into the crowd, just briefly. And he's very fast. It's like, he's not even stopping for autographs or anything. It's like, hi, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? And I'm gone. But that was really
like that.
Because on this day, in 1983, the B-52s released their third studio album, Whammy.
Whammy, kiss me.
Featuring
Whammy.
Legal Tender, Whammy Kiss, Butterbean, Queen of Las Vegas, and that song, Song for a Future Generation. It's also Kate Pearson's birthday over the weekend. So we got them all in there.
How about that?
Time now for Boner of the Day. 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. And you will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today. Let's see, it's April 28th, 2025. We'll give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky random Boner voters will receive.
I can't buy it. Got to win it. Radio from Hell Boner T-shirt.
Boner candidate number 1. President Blue Suit takes a call and a nap at the Vatican. When Donald Trump showed up at the Pope's funeral in a blue suit, the fashion and protocol police of social media immediately proclaimed him guilty of disrespecting the pontiff because you should wear a black suit.
Does he not own a black suit?
Everybody else was wearing a black suit.
And they were all told to wear black suits.
Within minutes, there were bitingly sarcastic memes, photos of Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky, in which the Ukraine president asks, "Don't you own a black suit?" But as it turns out, that wasn't Trump's biggest faux pas. He was also caught using his phone during the ceremony, and then shortly into the ceremony, he fell asleep.
Yeah. Don't say he was praying.
No,
he wasn't.
He doesn't know how to do
his
that.
big blubbery lips were open, and his head was bent down, and his wife didn't do anything to try and wake him up.
She looked right at him and then just turned away.
And then apparently he was snoring.
Yeah.
But there isn't any audio of that.
No, he was praying.
It also brought the inevitable comparisons to Joe Biden, who attended the Pope's funeral and appeared to have energy to burn, and he was wearing a black suit.
Yeah.
Still others made Melania jokes. Funerals are the only place that Melania will allow Trump to sleep beside her.
Ooh.
Said one.
Yeah.
But
Taint is a better word, actually.
It was her birthday.
Yeah.
It was.
And they landed back in the United States, and they got off the plane, and she did that thing again where she just keeps walking. Like, they don't stop, and like she's like, I'm contractually obligated to do this.
Well,
and
you know why.
And that's how the First Lady got involved. And she's got a son.
Yeah.
So that's Boner candidate number 1. President Blue Suit takes a call and a nap at the Vatican. Wow. Here's Boner candidate number 2. Have a vodka spritzer. It's on me. Highlands County, Florida. Deputies there left stunned when a suspect in the midst of a car chase casually offered them a drink, according to authorities.
That's hospitality.
This is lovely. After the pursuit, the man questioned the reason for his arrest. According to the body camera footage, he asked deputies after they finally got him to pull over. Hey, you guys had fun, though, right? Shortly before 3 p.m., deputies responded to the scene of a man later identified as Richard Smith, who had allegedly stolen multiple items from a store, including some alcoholic beverages. According to the 39-year-old, or authorities said, rather, that the 39-year-old Miami man was in a black minivan, was reportedly driving circles around the store, but then he sped off when the cops arrived. As a result, a miles-long chase began, which ended in the parking lot of a business at Sebring Airport. And the guy said, as they came up to his car, "I was just going to offer you a drink." During the chase, Mr. Smith allegedly held a can of Kettle One vodka spritz out of the vehicle window as he drove by a cop car that was trying to get him to pull over. "I'm just trying to give you a drink, man." And then when they finally got him, he said, you guys had fun, didn't you? Didn't you?
No.
Boner candidate number 2, have a vodka spritzer. It's on me. And boner candidate number 3 coming up. When you got to go, you got to go.
Boner candidate number 3 coming up after this. Big Boy News and Opinnuendo, brought to you by
Waterproof your home with Baseco, because water can make its way through your foundation in many different ways. Baseco specializes in a variety of permanent foundation waterproofing solutions tailored to your unique issue, from sump pumps all the way to major repairs, crack settling foundations, each solution backed by a guarantee. Schedule a free assessment today at baseco.net.
I'm going to make a recommendation to you all to watch an episode of Doctor Who. I watched it yesterday. At my youngest child is a very big fan of Doctor Who and said, "Will you watch these with me? I want you to see them." They had already seen them, but wanted to watch them again. I would recommend to you episode number 2 of the current season. This is on Disney Plus. The Devil's Cord, it's called. The episode is called The Devil's Cord, and it stars a drag queen, Jinx Monsoon.
Yes.
Jinx Monsoon as Maestro. And it is one of the most incredibly fun and affecting performances I've seen in a long time. Jinx Monsoon is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Known to most people as the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5, later returning All-Star Season 7. But apparently, one of the writers of Doctor Who is friends with Jinx Monsoon and has seen Jinx Monsoon's stage show and said, I'm creating this character for you. You'll be perfect. And man, is she great. So I'm just recommending that. Evacuations were ordered for a South Salt Lake neighborhood after a gas leak ignited into flames. It's about 5:20. Let's see. Firefighters with the South Salt Lake Fire Department, Unified Fire Authority, responded to the scene, noticed that the ground and a gas meter had caught fire. Crews determined there was a gas leak underneath the road, and residents in the area from 3300 South to 3500 South and from West Temple to 2nd West were evacuated immediately. The gas leak was finally shut off at around 9:30 in the evening, so that was a good 4 or 5 hours. Crews needed to excavate the road to secure the gas line and then ventilate the structures to make sure there were no residential fumes. The fire chief, Terry Addison, said his biggest concern was whether gas continued to go into the buildings. We don't want any of the gas to go inside any of the structures and find an ignition source, like a water heater or something, or a pilot light. We could possibly start another fire and possibly an explosion. But they finally did get everything under the control, and I think everybody's back into their houses now. Well, let's see. From the My Drink Tastes Funny file, it's crime, and here's our crime reporter, Gina Barberi.
Rob Mancuso wasn't sure what to make of Diane Stout's demeanor after her husband died. She was acting like it was a party. There was no sadness at the memorial. She seemed pretty chipper about the whole thing. 5 months later, it seemed like the family was hit with more bad luck. What are the odds? When her son, 26-year-old Sean, died, who also had the same flu-like symptoms that his dad had before they died, but the medical examiner ruled that Sean had died due to prior medical causes because of seizures he had suffered in the past. Diane seemed almost indifferent to her son's death. In fact, one of her other kids said, "I found out from another relative that my brother died." This started looking more and more suspicious. During questioning, Diane originally denied having anything to do with Mark or Sean's death, but her story began to unravel, according to the transcripts of the interrogation, when she blurted out, "Well, to put it really short and sweet, they drank antifreeze." Well, they drank antifreeze because she was microdosing antifreeze in Gatorade bottles.
Oh.
And she said she did it because they weren't helping out around the house. So here's a lesson to you folks out there.
So
you're not helping mom or wife out around the house.
Lend a hand.
Wow.
A man was arrested after he allegedly beat a woman and left her on the ground, Cottonwood Heights, found next to an apartment covered in blood. Tyrell Kanakina Okap Stubbs was arrested on suspicion of aggravated assault resulting in serious bodily injury on Saturday night. An officer with Cottonwood Heights Police investigated a report of a woman lying on the ground, bloody and unconscious. The officer arrived, found the woman with a laceration on her forehead and the left side of her head. He said her hair and teeth were soaked in blood, and she complained of pain on the side and back of her head and hand. The person who made the call, an unknown man, told him to call 911 because his phone wasn't working. The man then left the scene and was never identified. The woman told officers she didn't know what happened and was transported to the hospital. The officer on the scene looked into a nearby apartment, noticed all the lights were off except for one in the back bedroom. He called out several times, went into the apartment. There was blood on the walls, the sink, the bathroom, on a shirt, puddles of blood on the floor. Man. And then the officer noticed a wallet belonging to Mr. Stubbs, who he said had a history of domestic violence. They were writing a search warrant, and at that moment, Mr. Stubbs arrived at the scene. He tried to use a fake name, but the officer recognized him and took him into custody. And a Salt Lake man was arrested Friday after police say he attempted to arrange the killing of his recently divorced wife and her mother. Orane James Spence, O-R-A-N-E, was booked into the Salt Lake County Jail for investigation of criminal solicitation. The FBI was contacted Tuesday about the arranged killing and listened to a recorded conversation with an individual that Spence talked to on WhatsApp, saying Spence wanted the killing to look like a drug deal or a robbery gone wrong, and he mentioned using a silencer or a small caliber weapon. Well, it's sad. Family and friends gathering outside the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Amalga, Utah, to honor the death of Desiree Turner. On Saturday, Saturday morning, there was a funeral for Desiree Turner. She was a whirlwind. We know she's up there getting stuff done, doing things she needs because that is who she truly is. In the 8 years since Desiree Turner was attacked and almost died, she kept giving life to everything she had. She graduated from high school. She fell in love. She got married, served a mission, grew thousands of flowers to give to people, but she started having health problems, brain surgeries, and she suffered. It was amazing that she came back from that brutal attack, but she did. But now she started having all kinds of health problems and is no longer with us. The only stomach that Sherry Dixon has is about 8 inches tall, 6 inches wide, bright purple, and has a cheerful applique face.
Huh?
Like you, Gina.
What?
She bought a plush stomach.
Oh.
Because she doesn't have one anymore.
Doctors I have a stomach.
Doctors at you don't have
I don't have a
gallbladder anymore. Doctors at Huntsman Cancer Hospital removed the 36-year-old woman's real stomach less than 2 weeks ago, a preventative measure to spare her a painful cancer-filled future death. A gene mutation has burned through her entire family, killing her mother, her grandfather, and at least one uncle. She's the latest family member to undergo a gastrectomy, where the entire stomach is removed and the esophagus connected directly to the small intestine. Her younger sister, uncle, and mother had similar surgeries, although for her mother it was about diminishing pain that she described as 100 on a scale of 1 to 10. It was already too late to save her life, but 20 people in Dickinson's and Hatch's immediate family have had this gene mutation.
So are they like on a liquid diet then?
I would think you'd have to be. I haven't read through the entire story, but it's the odds that she's going to get cancer. She and her sister are really high, and so they both decided to have their stomachs removed. Let's see where else we have here. A federal judge on Thursday blocked Donald Trump's administration from withholding federal funding for more than a dozen so-called sanctuary jurisdictions or sanctuary cities that have decided to not cooperate with the Republican president's hardline immigration crackdown. District Judge William Orrick in San Francisco issued the injunction at the request of 16 cities and counties nationally. San Francisco led the lawsuit in its complaint filed in February and argued that the Trump administration was unlawfully trying to force local officials to cooperate with federal immigration arrests. And the judge issued that injunction. So whether they'll honor that or not, who knows. And a suspect has been arrested in connection with the theft of Kristi Noem's purse, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's purse, as she was eating at a Washington restaurant. The purse was nabbed on Easter Sunday, contained about $3,000 in cash, her car keys, driver license, passport, Homeland Security badge. A suspect was taken into custody without incident in Washington after an investigation. They say the suspect is a serial offender, and there was no evidence that Noem was targeted because of who she was. It was just a crime of opportunity.
I just can't imagine. Number one, I'm surprised at all the stuff she had in her purse.
Yeah.
But number two, how anyone got close enough to her to steal her purse.
Pretty amazing. Unless she was just very careful. Maybe she left it hanging on with her coat, or something.
I don't.
Very careless. And finally, this story. Claretta Andrews said she had just finished her dinner on April 16 when her husband, at Patron Mexican Restaurant and Cantina in Sandston, Virginia, she felt something hit her forehead. I looked at my husband like, what was that? And she said she's now scarred for life because when I turned around, I saw a snake in my margarita. Andrews said that the snake, a baby of indeterminate species, started curling itself around her drink's straw. I kept saying, please don't let it get into my purse. I was shaking. I was traumatized. The snake fell out of the ceiling and hit her on the forehead.
Wow.
And then fell into her drink. She said the restaurant offered to move her to a booth, and she said, no, I want to go home.
I want to be moved out.
And she said, if that was the baby, where is the mom? I don't want to stay here.
Point.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
Eggs up in the ceiling. Weather traffic.
Spotty sprinkles today, mainly afternoon, mostly sunny, though, with high near 61. Overnight low 44. We have this pattern this week where we're rainy one day, sunny the next, so lots of sun and warmer tomorrow. It looks like 68. Traffic, crash eastbound 45th South State Street in Murray. All eastbound lanes are blocked. You're going to need to use an alternate route. Use 3rd West. Don't continue eastbound past 3rd West or you'll be stuck in huge delays due to this crash. So not a lot going on, but that is something you need to be aware of. If you're seeing something, you can text us and let us know, 33986. Don't pay for tires or oil changes ever again. Get tires and oil changes for life with every new Mazda purchase from Bountiful Mazda. See Bountiful Mazda today for details.
Here's boner candidate number 3. When you gotta go, you gotta go. I just can't imagine being on an airplane.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing this happen. A female passenger on a Southwest Airlines flight to Chicago stripped all of her clothes off, naked, and then pooped on her seat as the plane was landing. Police officers were called to Chicago's Midway Airport Saturday as Flight 418 from Philadelphia arrived with one passenger shocking the cabin by taking off her clothes and emptying her bowels on the seat. Our teams are reaching out to those on board to apologize for the situation and any delay to their travel plans. Nothing is more important to Southwest than the safety of our customers. It wasn't clear immediately what had happened to the passenger, but the plane had to be taken out of service for cleaning, according to the report. Boner candidate number 3, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, President Bluesuit takes a call and takes a nap at the Vatican. Just being a boor, just a clod. President Trump wearing a blue suit, not wearing black as he was instructed to do, using his phone during the Pope's funeral service, and then falling asleep. That's boner candidate number 1. Boner candidate number 2, have a vodka spritzer, it's on me. That's a man in Florida, a police chase, and when they finally caught him, he offered them a drink because he was drinking a vodka spritzer, a canned cocktail, and then he also said to the police, you guys had fun, didn't you? Huh? And boner candidate number 3, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
All right. Time for you to vote for Boner of the Day. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that single digit in the message of a text, and then text that to 33986. Pretty easy to do. Here they come. You can also call Katie in the producer's booth. 877-602-9696 is the number to call. You can also go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner of the Day, April 28, 2025. Click and vote. If you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It'll appear. Click and vote. All right, you've got about 3 minutes is all to get your vote in, so let's go. Boner of the Day. At 8 o'clock, Bill Frost will be here to tell us what's on TV this week. We got Beat Gina coming up as well. Stand by for all of that. Needed our game show music. I'm terribly sorry, Johnny.
Right.
That's all right.
We'll get there.
Kerry Jackson's been dealing with technical difficulties.
Yes. Well, here we go.
Well, we've heard from people across America that this game show is better than Sex and Candy by Marcy Playground.
Indeed.
And while that's a mighty big ticket to punch, we'll take it. I'm game show announcer Johnny Yola. And before we get to our game, are you depressed? Do you suffer from anxiety? Are you plagued by migraines? Well, you may need a lobotomy. Dr. Walter Friedman, MD, is a lobotomy specialist. Schizophrenia, panic disorders, chronic pain, and violent outbursts. According to Dr. Freeman, these are all signs that a lobotomy may be in order. Why suffer from ADD, Alzheimer's, and unmanageable loved ones? A lobotomy only takes 10 minutes. For more, contact Dr. Freeman at the Freeman Lobotomy Clinic today.
I'm all in.
And now...
Only 10 minutes, that's...
Only 10 minutes. You lie down, they hammer it through your nose, and you're done.
Boom.
And now, here's your Beat Gina host. A man as calm and serene as a summer day. Kerry Jackson.
Thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
All right, the randomizer has picked a contestant. Looks like, Gina, you'll be playing against Carly today.
Hi,
Carly,
Carly.
are you there?
Hi.
Hi, Carly. Okay, let's toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you the advantage in the game. Sorry. I've been so busy today, I haven't been able to get all my stuff together. Heads or tails? Call it.
Tails.
All right. Let's see what it is tails.
Oh, you're one step closer to winning these before you can buy them even Offspring tickets.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pee my pants.
Oh no, you're not.
don't.
You're going to be great. You're gonna be
No,
great.
go ahead. Pee your pants.
No, there's so much electrical equipment around here that I worry. All right. Let's get going here. Because you won the coin toss, that means your question is first. You get to answer this question on your own with no interference. Pop culture trivia, 4 answers. You pick the right one, you get the point. If not, Gina has been paying attention. She will answer it correctly and steal your point away. And we'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. Starsky and Hutch trivia, because the movie was released on this day in 2004, but we're doing both the movie and the TV show.
Okay.
All right. Because they were pretty close. All right. First question for Carly. Carly. What is one of Starsky's signature moves? What is one of his signature moves? Is it 1, yelling judo chop 1 second before his actual attack? 2, the screaming seagull? 3, the car hood slide? Or 4, the flying leg kick?
Oh my gosh, I think it's the car hood slide.
Car hood slide is correct.
There you go. That's a point for Carly. Carly, that's only 1 point. Hang in there.
Carly, I'm concerned about the electrical equipment around here, okay? All right. Gina.
Yes.
TV show question.
Okay.
There was one single missing episode.
Okay.
It ran once, never ran again. Not even in syndication. It starred Donna Mills.
Okay.
What is the name of that episode?
Wow, all right.
Is it 1, Testimony of Evil? Is it 2, Honey Trap? Is it 3, Spooky Space Kook? Or 4, Revenge of the Man Crab?
I'll go with number 1.
Testimony of Evil?
No?
Caribou's really? No, Carly.
Oh, Carly, there's going to be leakage.
Oh my gosh. The crab one.
Revenge of the Man Crab?
Really?
No, that was a Scooby-Doo episode, and Testimony of Evil was the one to throw you off.
Mm-hmm.
That was
it worked.
That was a police squad episode,
Okay.
but anyway.
What was it?
Honey Trap. Donna Mills was the clue.
Well, I know,
That
but
would be the clue.
She could have been evil.
Okay.
Not if you've seen Donna Mills.
All right, 7:49. Time to award boner of the day.
And the boner of the day is brought to you in part by some tacos.
And see movies on the big screen at local nonprofit Broadway Center cinemas this weekend. Check out La La Land and Moonlight. These films will be forever linked together because, who won the Best Picture? Oh, wait, was it? Oh, no, it was Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The Mistake.
Yep, The Mistake. See both this weekend on Friday and Saturday. Get tickets and showtimes at slfstix.org.
Well, it was no contest. Number 3 got 67 votes. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But the boner candidate number 1, the blue suit, taking a phone call, taking a nap, 258 votes. And that's the boner of the day.
There you go. That's your boner of the day for today, April 28, 2025. Now qualified to be boner of the week.
I had a frustrating weekend, Friday and Saturday.
What happened?
Well, so I take this medication that I have to take once a month.
Once a month.
I take it once a month. It's an anti-allergy medication.
Okay.
Katie probably knows about it. It's you inject yourself once a month with this stuff. And so in the past, it's very expensive, extraordinarily expensive, as a matter of fact. So in the past, your insurance covers some of it, but the company that manufactures it has a program where they
a coupon.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's a copay card, and they will pick up the rest of they'll cover the rest of the expense. And I don't know exactly how that works. It's a way for them to make money, and But so in the past, I've been getting this once a month, and it gets shipped to me in the mail, and it costs me $0.
Okay.
So this time, the pharmacy calls me up and says, they're not covering your copay anymore. Each dose will now be $1,500.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. And I said, what? Why will they not cover the copay? Well, they say you have secondary insurance.
No.
I don't have secondary insurance. I have insurance at my work, period. No, you have. They say you have secondary insurance. Well, and this is where I want to put in a plug for pharmacists.
Okay.
Pharmacists are wonderful people in general.
Oh, yeah.
They will go to bat for you and fight for you. I go to the university pharmacy up here.
Mm-hmm. They're great.
They are terrific. And if there's ever a problem with a medication and it costs too much, or they say, look, let's see if we can take care of this, and we'll call them and they'll fight for you. And in this case, this is a specialty pharmacy, but that I just deal with on the phone. But they were the same way. They got on the phone with this drug company and me, but it was a 45 or 50-minute argument with this drug company calling me a liar and saying I have secondary insurance. And then when I called them back the next day, they said, well, your pharmacy called and told us you had secondary insurance.
Oh, man.
I said, they did not. Why would they do that?
They're hoping that you'll give up.
Yeah, that's exactly. Mostly with insurance companies, that they're hoping they frustrate you enough.
No, this is the drug company, not the insurance company. This is the drug company, the drug manufacturer. So then they put me on. Then the guy I'm talking to says, well, would you like to talk to my supervisor? Yes. Okay. Puts me on hold. I'm on hold for 30 minutes.
Again, they're
hoping
like you give up.
And then it sends me to a voicemail. This is so-and-so and so-and-so. Please leave your number and your name, and we'll call you back. Sure. Okay. So I do. Now, I have to say, finally, they called me back and said, we're terribly sorry. We've put you through a lot of problems here, and we found out that you don't have secondary insurance, and you will be covered, as you have in the past. We'll cover the copay, with this.
It almost
and
feels
we're really
like
sorry.
It almost feels like there was some sort of audit, and they are trying this with lots of people and hoping people don't.
Hoping you'll give up.
Yeah.
I wonder.
People
I don't know.
argue about it.
Just give up and send them the money so that it goes away. That's what people do.
Yeah, but I can't. I said I'm not. I can't pay $1,500 a month for this stuff. I'll have to find some other solution to do without it. But
But Mr. Hannity says we have the greatest healthcare system in the world.
And I kept saying to them, "You have covered me in the past. Nothing has changed. I have the same insurance." Same everything. Nothing has changed, but they get something stuck in their head, and plus you're dealing, I think, with the people that you deal with at first. They just kind of go on a script.
Yeah.
Well, and you're dealing with, I hate to say it, but AI kind of stuff where it's not people looking at it. The computer, thinks that
you have secondary
and
insurance.
they're not going to argue with that.
Yeah, but. Again, I have to say, this is all, I predicate all of this on the pharmacists.
Oh.
Really terrific people.
I don't know. Well, Bad Brad Wheeler just texted me. He said, I was ready to fly to Mexico to get Bill his drugs.
Well, thanks, Brad. No, I'm okay.
Brad, he'd do it for you.
I know you would. But I'm fine.
You're fine. You're
I've
just
got.
fine.
They're coming. Should be here tomorrow. Just in time. They said, the pharmacist says, have you missed a dose? And I said, no, but it's getting close. Well, we'll rush this out to you. Don't worry.
So I had my surgery, my gallbladder surgery, and they gave me a prescription for the 800 milligram ibuprofen.
Oh,
the
big
big,
one.
the big,
Yeah.
the big guns.
Yeah.
And it says on there, that you can take it 2 or 3 times a day.
Oh, really?
But no, here's my logic. You can take it 2 or 3 times a day for 10 days. But I only take it once a day.
Don't do that.
So can I take it for longer? Because I really like the 800 milligram.
It is. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it?
I really would like to keep taking that.
No, you can't. Don't do that.
I know it's not.
Because I did the same thing at one time on some pain medication I had, and I just, oh man. And the doctor said, "Are you taking it every 3 hours like you're instructed to?"
No.
And I say, "No, I just wait until it starts to hurt." Don't do that. The way he described it was you have to stay on top of the pain.
I mean, I'm not in pain like I was. But it's more like that ibuprofen takes care of all kinds of pains. Like my knees.
Oh yeah.
It's not just my surgery stuff.
It's
like,
the good stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I find odd is that, well, first of all, Gina, if you really like the 800 milligrams, you can take that much. You don't have to have.
I know you can take 4 of a 4 regular Advil or whatever. But I also know you're not supposed to take ibuprofen for.
I can't take
a long
ibuprofen
time.
at all anymore.
Oh,
I
really?
I have to take acetaminophen, and you know what? It does nothing for me.
No, ibuprofen is a wonderful.
I have no idea why why is it even around? Does it help some people?
So ibuprofen does one thing and acetaminophen doesn't. They affect 2 different. Acetaminophen just is supposed to block your pain receptor.
It doesn't.
The ibuprofen works on inflammation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
I haven't been to the pharmacy since January.
You're lucky.
You're not on anything.
They
at
see
all?
me every week.
No.
Nothing.
They see me every week.
You're living well, Jackson.
Like I said, the one,
or maybe you're not.
The one person in our house that was, like I said, 8 to 9 different medications was my dog.
Yeah. But not you. not one
us.
thing.
Nope. Nope.
You're lucky.
Yep.
Although I like the pharmacists. They're
great.
I enjoy going in there because
do you miss
I like
them?
them.
Do you miss them, Carrie? Do you miss going
They're great people up there. They'd always say, we put beef flavor in for Ripley. So she'll eat it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's right. They do pet meds up there.
Yes.
Compounding.
So we've got a crash eastbound 45th South State Street in Salt Lake, 2 right lanes closed, and then northbound I-15 at 52nd South, and I'm looking at the UDOT cameras, and it is very, very slow from Sandy into Murray on northbound I-15. And let's see. Nope, don't see anything that you've sent in, but you always can let us know what you're seeing out there. And I will pass it along. 33986. Celebrate the creativity and teamwork of Utah's craft brewers and beverage makers at the Utah Brewers Guild Great Beer Mashup. Saturday, May 10th at the Woodbine Food Hall. Learn more and get your tickets at x96.com.
All right, we will take a break. We will be back after these messages. Bill Frost is here to tell us what's on TV this week. Stand by for that. Harmon's for Mother's Day.
Ah, yes. That's a great idea.
Mother's Day is May 11th.
Yes.
Because I know you didn't pay attention to when it is. That's when it is, and Harmon's is a great place to shop for Mother's Day.
What do they got going? Let's see. I just looked
We've
at
got,
this.
well, the flowers, of course.
Always have beautiful flowers there. You can either shop from a pre-made arrangement or get a custom bouquet. Pick out Mom's favorite flowers.
They're
brunch?
suggesting brunch
Yeah.
is what you do.
I think that'd be great. The cinnamon rolls made by the bakers there with real butter, cream cheese, and oh man, frosting. Oh, I want one now anyway.
I like their freshly squeezed orange juice
Yes.
myself. I love to pick up one of those.
And bacon. The Harmon's brand bacon. It's really good stuff.
Very good.
So Mother's Day for Harmon's for Mother's Day. You can't go wrong. They've got this. Just what can I get, Mom? Just wander around. You'll find stuff.
Oh yeah.
Go to your neighborhood Harmon's. You can find them online. Harmon'sGrocery.com. Put $440 so far.
That's nice.
In the GoFundMe for the robotics kids from Davis High School. Just go to GoFundMe and look for Help Davis High School, and then it'll.
Or it's easier to go to any of our social media. We have links on Facebook and Twitter and
all over.
Nice, smart kids
Yes.
that are listeners of the Radio from Hell show.
Yes.
That surprises me. Most of our, I always assumed most of our listeners were barely literate.
No, they're smart and Dante loves The Cure.
He's a big fan of The Cure, yeah. And Depeche Mode, he was saying. Yeah.
I don't like the music that most of my peers listen to, he said.
So, yeah, go to our social medias and donate what you can. Every little bit helps. Let's send these kids to their robotics competition.
It's the World Championships,
World
Carrie.
Championships.
This is no small competition.
Okay. That was quite impressive what that robot was doing. Picking up things and throwing things and,
I wonder what practical use we put that to.
A robot that you could remotely get to pick up things? That's...
Oh, I already have one of those.
Yeah,
It's called a Roomba. I have the Roomba set to go to vacuum at night, like 3 times a week. And I don't know what kind you have, but I got a new one. I had one for years, and it finally crapped out. So I got a new one, and this one has when it goes into its dock, there's a tower there, and it sucks the dirt up into a bag.
Yeah, I don't have that.
And
that
it
would
goes,
be nice.
Well, the one thing about it is when it sucks it up into the bag, it goes
in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
You may want to rethink that.
Yeah, well, it's usually I don't hear it, but if I'm a little restless sleeping or something, I'll hear it.
Does your Roomba have a name? Because ours has a name.
Well, our first Roomba we named Polly Roomba. And this one, we haven't really...
Let me guess. Rosie?
Yes, how did you know?
Of course, because I know you.
You're
Gina.
predictable. You're predictable.
I've been married to you for how long now? Oh, Rosie the Robot Maid.
Yeah.
And these kids are going to be the ones that build Rosie the Robot Maid, I'm telling you.
Their robot's name is Saturn, I guess.
Saturn, yes.
We named ours Polly because it sounded like a gangster name. Polly Roomba. I'm Polly Roomba.
Don't you have like 15 floors in your house?
It's just
how many Roombas do you have?
Yes, he lives in the Wells Fargo building.
Right.
No,
yeah,
but
I
you
live
have
in a
lot of-
mansion. Huh?
No,
That's right.
You don't live in a mansion, but you have a lot of. There are a lot of levels.
Many
Gina,
layers.
Gina, the main floor is what's mainly what we are mainly concerned with this, and so it just does all of the main
Just
floor,
the main floor.
which where the ballroom is.
Yeah.
It's a small ballroom. It's we can only
When was the
accommodate.
last time you had a ball there?
We can only accommodate 25 to 30 people.
So it is a small ball, right?
Yeah, when we have a ball.
Yes.
Which is, we don't have balls often.
They're intimate. They're intimate.
Yeah, a small ball. We have small ball. And then I wanted to take I thought the old Roomba, Paulie, would still work, so I wanted him up on the second floor, but he's just too tired and old. He can't do it.
He coughs. And...
Besides, you have to set up. They're pretty smart, these Roombas.
They memorize the corners
but they will go off like an edge so if he was on the second floor, when he came to the stairs, he would just fall down the stairs, unless you have to buy these little beacons that send out a signal.
Oh yeah, mine stops at a stair.
Anyway, you have to buy these. So we have actually on the first floor these 3 little towers. They're just little, and they send out a silent signal. So when the Roomba gets close to it, it goes, "Oh, I'm not supposed to go there," which is like under the TV and someplace where it gets stuck.
Like everybody has names for their Roombas. Katie says, my Roomba's name is Mo because that's the name of the cleaning robot in Wall-E.
Oh, okay.
Gary the Snail.
From SpongeBob?
I guess.
Yeah.
And my Roomba is Jesus. I don't know if that's the name of the Roomba or if in fact...
Or it's actually Jesus.
That's the... You got to be clearer in these texts.
It's interesting how many people have them. They also have a mop one.
A mop Roomba?
A wet Roomba?
Yep. Yeah, they have.
Well,
they keep trying to get me to buy a wet one or mop one, but.
6.
Like Gladys and Sandy did. She's like, "Why'd you cut that song off? That's
we'll play
one of her favorite songs in Sandy."
Sandy. Mm-hmm. Is this a sponsored feature?
Tired of paying too much for concerts? Experience great live music. Enjoy adult beverages without paying stupid prices at Salt Lake's coolest venues. Don't miss March 4th with Banshee Tree this Thursday, May 1st at Commonwealth Room. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
Thank you.
Well, here he is, Bill Frost. Mr. Frost, we call him around here.
Really?
Yes. Hi, Mr. Frost.
This is the first time.
That's from now on. It's
okay.
Mr. Frost.
All right.
Mr. Frost is a writer of some note. He writes for City Weekly, cityweekly.net, I believe that is.
Yes.
He's also a podcaster. That's TV Tan, the TV Tan podcast, and a musician. The band is Magda Vega.
Yeah.
And you can find all of that at
BillFrost.tv. Why did I suddenly get a frog here?
I don't know.
I was fine a second ago.
You were fine all since you got here. Yeah.
Do you need me to pat you on the back?
Yeah.
I think you're going to have to change it to Mr. Frost.
Got a lot of little Femi, New York Times style.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Tonight actually on NBC, a new cooking competition show
on network television.
On network television, yes.
Oh.
And that's not because it's cheap or anything.
Yeah.
No, but we got Martha Stewart and celebrity chef Jose Andres.
Oh.
I like him.
Love him. He's great.
And this is from the producers of Top Chef.
So are they just going to cook together? And
they oversee, a bunch of chefs. Yeah.
Okay.
They're not doing the cooking themselves.
No, they're the judges.
Yes. Right. And speaking of celebrity chefs, on Wednesday on Apple TV Plus, a dramatization of the life and times of Antonin Carême. This is called Carême. This is our second French title in a couple of weeks.
I was going to say,
yeah.
I don't know what that.
He was in the 19th century. This series is in French. He was could be the first celebrity chef. He was like very popular, and also might have been a spy.
Might have been a spy.
Yeah, there's a little bit of spy intrigue in there as well.
Well.
Yeah, but it's in French, so you're going to have to do some reading if you want to see this.
Nah.
Nope. And if you remember the movie A Simple Favor from 2018, starring Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick.
I do not.
It was a box office bomb, but it became a cult hit on streaming.
Yeah.
And it's a thriller. And now they're back again for another Simple Favor on Prime Video.
Why did it become a hit? Was it good?
It was pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
It's just a little weird and understated. And it wasn't an obvious thriller.
Okay.
No.
Until
I was going to say, because as I recall, it was not a thriller. It was a rom-com or something like that.
No, not a rom-com. No.
Yeah, see, marketing. It's important.
All right.
And, that is on Prime Video on Thursday. Also on Thursday, a new comedy from Tina Fey and the other people who worked on 30 Rock.
Garlock.
The Four Seasons. This is like another remake of that.
Of the Neil Simon?
Yeah, it was a 1981 film.
Oh, it was Alan Alda.
Alan Alda.
Alan Alda, yeah, and also they did a TV adaptation in 1984 on CBS. This stars Tina Fey, Steve Carell, Will Forte, Coleman Domingo, Carrie Kenny Silver, and Marco Calvani.
Yes, all over the place.
And guest appearance by Alan Alda himself.
Yeah,
This is the first note I'm taking in everything you've said.
And it's about a trio of it's about 6 old friends, 3 couples on a series of 4 vacations over the course of the year, and one of these marriages is falling apart.
Now, this is on Apple TV?
Netflix, yeah.
I will enjoy
And I
that.
saw an interview with Tina Fey that said this is her kind of project she likes. It's like actors in nice places wearing flat shoes.
I love her
Which is a
so much.
very Tina Fey quote there.
Very.
On Friday, this movie got a lot of great reviews. Black Bag makes its streaming premiere on Peacock.
Oh, good.
Yes. Michael Fassbender, Kate Blanchett.
Love her.
More spy. They're married spies.
Yes.
You choose your marriage or you choose your country.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Dilemma.
Peacock, did you say?
On Peacock, yes.
Yeah, this was in theaters. This was
Yeah, and Michael Fassbender is also a spy on The Agency. He just looks like a spy.
I guess.
Yeah.
Was he the guy who was that hitman in what?
He could have been.
What was that? It was recent, fairly recent. He played a hitman that.
I don't know.
I don't know. Was that him? I know the movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just can't
Saturday Night Live this week, hosted by Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary, and musical guest Benson Boone. This is where you say, "Who the hell is that?"
Who the hell is that?
Yeah, he's gained fame on TikTok after
He's kind of a Utah.
he attended BYU.
Yeah.
And he dropped out to pursue music.
Okay.
And he was also associated with American Idol for a minute.
Is he kind of a pop singer?
Yeah.
Very, very much so.
Very
He's given some very Chalamet vibes too. If you look at
And he likes to wear jumpsuits and do backflips on stage.
yeah. So there you go. He's
cute.
He's very
Bill,
very cute.
You're thinking of The Agency with Michael Fassbender.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
I was thinking of Killer.
Oh, is that another one?
It's another show.
That's what I was thinking of too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get back to talking Fassbender in a minute.
It's a podcast.
Yeah. On Sunday, May the 4th, be with you. Yes. Got some Star Wars.
Yes.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on Disney Plus, which is basically an infomercial for Disney Park.
I love those, though.
I know. Who's complaining, really?
There was one about their cruise ship that I watched recently,
yeah.
about how they built it, and I was fascinated by it.
Also, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And a new animated 6-episode journey called Star Wars Tales of the Underworld.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at 2 iconic villains, Asajj Ventress and the wonderfully named Cad Bane.
Yeah.
He looks like a cowboy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And this is animated, and it's I wouldn't say it's great animation. I would expect a little better from Disney.
Yeah.
But, it's Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah. The Walking Dead Dead City is back on Sunday
Oh, really?
as well. Yeah, that's the one I like now.
That's the one. Yeah, that's with Negan and
Maggie.
Maggie in New York.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also Kim Coates from Sons of Anarchy is also in there.
He played Brigham Young in that.
Yeah, he was a good Brigham Young, too. Yeah. And sadly, it will be the end of The Righteous Gemstones next Sunday.
Yep.
Series finale. We'll see the last of Uncle Baby Billy.
We've seen plenty of Uncle Baby Billy.
Yeah, we have.
I'd say you've seen too much, Uncle Baby Billy.
Well, Uncle Baby Billy. That's what a weird show that is.
Oh, yeah. And that's the new stuff this week. And if you haven't started yet, I would encourage you to check out Your Friends and Neighbors on Apple TV Plus.
John
with
Hamm.
I
John
watched
Hamm.
the first episode of that, and I didn't hate it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's right on the poster.
And
Kerry Jackson. I didn't
and
hate
it was The Killer with Michael Fassbender, directed by David Fincher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was all that great, what was it, Depeche Mode music?
Yeah.
Morrissey? Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Same
I
artist.
got to
all the
see
way
this.
It wasn't bad.
Okay.
It was okay. It was on Netflix or I don't know.
Something like that.
All right, yeah.
Finished season 2 of Severance.
Oh, yeah?
And you know what? If that show ends right there,
It would be fine.
I'd be fine.
But
As
it's
a matter of
not
fact,
done, right?
I don't want it to go any further.
Okay.
Because I loved the parting scenes of all of them.
Yeah.
I thought it wrapped it up beautifully.
It probably will because viewership just jumped from season 1 to season 2 like 200%.
Yeah.
So
it's coming back.
It's definitely coming back.
Ben
yeah.
Stiller asked for a renewal via Twitter to Bezos. So
Okay.
what do you say? And he goes, okay. I'm like,
right.
that's
It's an
how
official document.
That's how we're doing it now, I guess. But I don't know where you go with season 3.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
either.
Burton Irving, that's done.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Let it end there. You know. And well, okay, I'm not going to get into it because I'll spoil it. But
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it.
And there's a movie I watched from the 80s over the weekend that I can't believe I never saw it before. Gina, you might be interested in this. It's called Shock 'em Dead, and it's about a loser pizza worker who decides to become a rock star, and he accepts a voodoo spell.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you get things
He
done.
instantly has like Motley Crue hair.
I have
He's
not
living in a
heard of
mansion.
this.
Yeah, and it's really terrible.
Who's in
But
it?
Sounds bad.
Nobody you know.
What's it called?
Shock 'em Dead. Oh, okay. The one star in this is Tracy Lords. She plays his band's manager.
And she's long gone.
No, she's still with us.
Maybe.
Look it up.
You know.
I will.
Look it
But put that on your list with The Rocker, starring Rainn Wilson.
Yeah, you told me that last week. So
So maybe I'll just bring you one every week.
Oh, and Gina,
Something
I started season 4 of Hacks, and I'm not sure what your complaints are. I'm quite enjoying it.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, I mean I always enjoy it. And Tracy Lords is still with
she's
us.
still with us. I was thinking of the Behind the Green Door woman.
Yeah, if you stayed and watched the behind the scenes of Hacks, that last episode is like that is all the actual cast and the crew of Hacks who built that whole set.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was just him filming them building the set for this talk show within the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Bill Frost, thank you very much, Mr. Frost. You can, again, remember, billfrost.tv.
Yeah.
That's where you need to go for your essential frostiness.
Where do we get the Fastbender podcast? Where is that?
Talking Fastbender?
Yeah, Talking
Fastbender.
We haven't started it yet. But
Yeah, we'll get there, though. It'll happen.
I was thinking of Marilyn Chambers.
Oh, yeah.
She is dead.
Tracy Lord's only 58.
Traffic. Crash northbound.
Segue that.
Yeah. Crash northbound I-15, 52nd south, off to the left shoulder, and that earlier accident eastbound 45th South State Street. Those are getting better. Let's see if you've sent anything in via text. Benson Boone is Imagine Dragons, but Gen Z version. You can send us stuff like that, sure. 33986.
Thank you very much. All right. Beat Gina coming up after these messages and a song. It's multiple choice pop culture trivia. What is the prize that we have?
Oh, it's a good prize. X96 presents Kilby Block Party May 15th through the 18th.
Well. Those are like gold, those tickets. So 877-602-9696 for the Kilby tickets, Kilby Block Party tickets. All you got to do is play Beat Gina, and you'll get them. Easy. UtahAdvocates.com.
Listen, the advocates are socially minded, locally minded attorneys. They are personal injury attorneys. They really want to help out the community as well. And so they're helping the Murray Children's Pantry. This pantry provides meals to people in need, no questions asked. So if you can donate non-expired, non-perishable food, that would be great. Or if you can donate money, go to Venmo at Advocates Donations. Venmo at Advocates Donations. And if you are injured in an accident, this is the place you want to go. The Advocates. They will take care of you. If they take your case, they don't charge you any money for the call. They don't charge you, there's no dime out of your pocket. They get you a settlement from the insurance company, and they take a little bit of that. So you didn't deserve to be in an accident, but you do deserve an advocate. Call them, 801-355-5550. You can do that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or you can chat with them online. Utah.
This will help you. Here we go.
It's the cat eating the red pepper.
Yep.
Red bell pepper.
Sounds like a Wolverine.
He loves that. It's cooked. It's cooked somehow. It's softened up. But it's a whole red bell pepper.
I knew a cat once that liked canned diced beets.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never known or owned an animal, cat or dog, I mean, that eats vegetables in any way. Because I saw a video that was also satisfying sound. It was two dachshunds, and they were wearing some kind of costume, and they were lying on their back, and they had stalks of celery, and they were they were loving the stalks of celery. And
I've seen a dog eat an apple.
So we've got about 16 deer up at the farm that have just decided that they're going to winter there.
In the Ogden Valley.
Yes. And they're eating the trees, which is a problem, but...
Shoot them!
But my husband was cleaning out the fridge, and we had some old broccoli in there, and he's like, oh, I'll toss this out to the hungry deer. Surely they'll... the broccoli is still sitting... They didn't...
You should probably check and see if the broccoli is harmful to them, because sometimes animals will eat things that... like deer will eat. There's a plant. They'll come down and eat people's shrubs. And it'll kill them.
Now I should specify. I'm talking standalone fruits or vegetables because we made our dog food for a long time, and it was a combination of a lot of stuff like rice, and then we'd throw in the California frozen, the triple. It's the carrots and the broccoli and I can't remember which
carrots
one it is.
And bell. It's the Trinity.
The
bell pepper, carrots, and
we throw that in there with some chicken, and we mixed it all together. We made and that's when they would eat it. But I'm talking a standalone, like this cat eating.
Hand them a pepper.
It's like, here you go, kitty. Here's a stalk of celery or a carrot.
And you're talking about specifically carnivores.
Yeah.
You're not going to be surprised to see a deer eat a bell pepper.
Sure.
No, I would expect it. That's why I'm getting this broccoli thing about the
wouldn't
deer.
eat the
It surprises
broccoli.
me.
Like it's winter, you're starving.
Katie says our dog Vax, who is in there right now, loves carrots, cucumbers, fruits.
Katie, we need a video of Vax eating a carrot or something like that.
It gives him the runs.
Broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, the California frozen vegetable bag. Yeah.
Oh. I thought you meant the New Orleans Trinity Mirepoix.
No.
But this video, Carrie, this will be my my soothing.
Isn't it
video.
soothing?
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, it's okay. It's not as good as the monkey breaking green beans, snapping green beans.
No.
But I'll take this one. And my wife thinks that it's because your broccoli smells like man that they're staying away from it.
It's man broccoli, Bambi. Man broccoli.
Just would think this winter has been so rough that anything green they would just eat it.
I just Googled, will deer eat broccoli?
They won't. I have evidence.
It says here, when food is scarce, deer will eat just about anything, including okra, hot peppers. Vegetables that deer seem to prefer include beans, lettuce, cabbage, and coal crops such as broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. The reason, Gina, they're not eating the broccoli is that the trees are handy.
They're eating the trees.
Yeah.
That's convenient right now.
Maybe they're tucking the broccoli away for...
Well, you need to explain to them they need to eat it while it's fresh.
Yeah.
Because,
It's man broccoli, Bambi.
You let it sit out there too much longer. All right, here we go. See, there we go.
Monkey snapping.
It's the monkey snapping green beans.
Snapping green beans.
Oh, I didn't.
And he's helping make dinner.
Yes.
I didn't know maybe he's a slave monkey.
No, it looks like he's got a nice house there and everything.
Well, yeah, but he might be owned by people who put him to this slave labor.
I think
Maybe he doesn't want to be there.
I think this is his house.
Oh, he lives with the fireplace?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's his place.
Mm-hmm.
He's
a well-to-do monkey.
Oh, yes. Well, look how nicely
he's a well-to-do.
Well, look at his coat. I mean,
yeah, that is a nice coat.
He's groomed. He's doing good.
Yeah.
And actually, just not having a monkey snapping peas, but snapping peas is a satisfying.
Snapping beans.
It can be beans.
Is a satisfying.
I find it the most tedious job in the world.
No, because it's like, you get it right in the sweet spot, and there it goes.
No, I mean, but you have to snip the ends off. That's what I find tedious. Snipping them.
Let's see. My dog's treats are carrots. He loves them. My dogs eat all sorts of veggies: carrots, spinach, peppers, zucchini. They'll eat almost anything. And see, my dogs, I guess they're picky. They get excited when we have pizza because they get the crust.
But do you ever really just give them a vegetable to eat and see if
I tried.
Yeah.
They didn't want it.
Don't want it. Don't care. Nope. Don't want it.
It's like cats can be so damn picky. I'm not. As a matter of fact, with a cat, you feeding them one thing, and if you decide you're going to change their food, you have to do it gradually.
Yes.
Mix it in a little bit.
Yes. Oh, that's absolutely true. Although the latest drama in our house,
What?
Ripley, the water witch.
What?
She demands fresh water to the point where she has to see you put the water in the bowl. Otherwise, she won't touch it.
Have you tried a bubbler? I have a bubbler for the cat.
Maybe a bubbler would work. I don't know, but
That's funny.
She will stare at the water bowl and then look at you. Then stare at the water bowl and then look at you. And so you got to get up, get the bowl,
She's
and go.
letting you know what she wants.
And you go into the kitchen because she doesn't like the bathroom water.
She can tell a difference?
Yeah, go into the kitchen, make sure you see, and fill it up, and then take it, and she's right on you the entire time.
Do you throw an ice cube in it just to give it a little...
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Many dogs and cats like to drink out of the toilet because it's cold. Yeah.
Ripley's not tall enough.
Essentially fresh. Essentially.
I used to take an apple to work for a snack, and I'd bring it home when I didn't eat it. My dog would steal it out of my bag.
I think you try a bubbler. They're nice because you only have to pour a pitcher of water in them every day or so, every couple of days. And when they get low on water, they start to make a sound that sounds like you have a little running brook in your house.
I worry that the next thing that'll happen is I'll have to be giving the dog Perrier water because it's bubbled. That's what I'm worried about. It's a slippery slope, Bill.
Okay.
Especially with the princess. All right. Day. In 1993, Porno for Pyros released their self-titled debut studio album featuring Cursed Female, Cursed Male, Sadness, and, of course, Pets. There you go. Let's begin with some Beat Gina, brought to you by...
Brought to you by X96 presents Kilby Block Party, May 15th through the 18th at Utah State Fair Park, featuring Weezer, New Order, Beach House, Devo, and more. Get your tickets and the full lineup at x96.com.
I'm Beat Gina announcer Johnny Ola, and we'll get to the job of seriously beating Gina in a moment.
Ooh.
But first, a word from Drake's Cakes and Drake's Devil Dogs.
Yum.
Drake's invented their iconic snack in 1923. Produced in New England ever since, Drake's Devil Dogs cakes are a sweet treat. The sweet cream is layered between two fresh loaves of Devil's Food cake. In the summer, a number of New Englanders like to freeze their Drake's cakes and eat them to cool off during the summer months.
Great idea.
Others like to break apart the cake and eat the side without the cream before they go on to gobbling down the other half, covered in sweet, delicious cream. No matter how you enjoy your Devil Dogs, they're undeniably a signature New England delicacy.
Indeed.
Order a box today. And now, while he doesn't go for a devil dog, he'll never turn down a ding-dong or a yodel.
Oh, yeah.
Your host, Kerry Jackson.
Thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
All right, game show announcer professional, Johnny Ola. All right, we will use the randomizer to pick a contestant. Looks like Brian is who the randomizer has chosen. Brian, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, Brian, we're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you the advantage in the game if you call it correctly, heads or tails.
Heads.
All right, see what happens. It is heads.
Oh, you're one step closer to winning these Kilby Block Party tickets.
All right, Brian, because you won the coin toss, you go first. It's multiple choice pop culture trivia. If you get the answer correct, you get the point. If not, Gina will... Well, she's been paying attention. She'll probably answer the question correctly and steal your point away. We'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. I've got a bunch of leftover Al Pacino questions.
Oh, good.
So here we go. Brian, first question for you. Where did Al Pacino study acting? Where did Al Pacino study acting, Brian? Was it 1, the Stella Adler Studio of Acting? Was it 2, HB Studio in Greenwich Village? Was it 3, the Hit Your Mark and Say Your Lines Acting Studio? Or 4, the Gene Cousineau School of Acting?
Number 2.
Number 2 is correct.
Yes.
Bing.
Good.
There you go.
Good one, Brian. That's a point for you. Now we go to Gina.
Gina?
Yes.
Here we go. During his youth, what did he want to do professionally?
Okay.
Was it 1, full-time dreamer? Was it 2, open a Chapeau shop? 3, radio announcer? Or 4, play baseball?
I mean, play baseball is always the thing. What? Does everybody want to play baseball?
Are you asking me the question?
Are you saying that's your answer?
No, I'm sussing it.
You're
Let me suss it for a second.
Suss a sec.
I think you suss all the time.
Because I don't think it's radio announcer, but then it's boring to say, all right, baseball, I guess.
Correct.
That's the point for Gina. Man, that was painful.
That was some suss.
That was painful.
All right. Brian. What was his nickname growing up? What was his nickname growing up? Al Pacino's nickname. Was it 1, Sonny? Was it 2, Patch? Was it 3, Sleep Stealer? Or 4, Terrible Burden?
Number 1.
Sonny is correct.
Yes. 2-1. Back to Gina.
Gina. Al Pacino turned down what role in Star Wars?
Oh.
He turned down what role in Star Wars? Was it 1, Governor Tarkin? Was it 2, Han Solo? Was it 3, Wilro Hood? Or 4, Chief Chirpa?
I think it was Han Solo.
It was Han Solo.
Tied it up there. 2-2. You better get this one, Brian. If you do, you'll win.
Brian, what was Al Pacino's, his character's handicap in Scent of a Woman? What was Al Pacino's character's handicap in Scent of a Woman? Was it 1, no sense of smell? Was it 2, blindness? Was it 3, he was a rageaholic? He was addicted to rageahol. Was it 4, he could only do the first part of magic tricks?
Hoo-ha, it was number 2.
Blindness is correct.
And there you
we
go.
Wow.
You win the game, Brian. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. Just hang on the line, and Katie will tell you what you need to do next.
All right.
So I've got to get home. Mrs. Ola just called me and said the Devil Dogs game.
Oh, good.
Get on that.
Yes, indeed. All right. Big Boy News now brought to you by.
Do you or someone you love struggle with addiction? Help is out there. Renaissance Ranch is one of Utah's best addiction treatment centers. They accept most private insurance and Medicaid. Schedule a free consultation at renaissanceranch.com.
Well, this is really big news. I mean, it's... Once you hear this, you may never be the same.
All right.
Gwyneth Paltrow is starting to eat carbs and cheese again.
Now, I heard this.
It's true.
Big news.
And I want to know what's going on.
After years-long strict paleo diet, Gwyneth is bringing cheeses and carbs back into her life. On the Goop podcast, the lifestyle brand founder revealed that she and her husband, Brad Foulchuck, were paleo because of long-term inflammation and health stuff. In the podcast, Gwyneth said that she had the gene APOE3 and APOE4, which increases her risk of developing Alzheimer's disease, and she had to be really careful not to have inflammation in my brain. This isn't the first time hearing about this gene. A Marvel Cinematic Universe actor in 2022, Chris Hemsworth, learned that his DNA included 2 copies of these genes, which studies have linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. Only 2 to 3% of the population has both, according to a 2021 study by the National Institutes of Health. But back to Gwyneth.
Yes, thank you.
Gwyneth's reason for this paleo diet and her preventative measures made sense but now she's just sick of it, she said. I'm sick of it.
She misses pasta.
And the internet has a lot to say about it. The paleo diet requires a meal plan similar to that of people from the Paleolithic era, 2.5 million years ago, when people lived in caves and huts and teepees. I'm just a little sick of this diet, if I'm honest, Gwen has said. I'm getting back into eating some sourdough bread and some cheese.
Good.
There,
Good
I
for
said
you.
it.
Good for you.
A little pasta. After being strict with it so long, she continued.
This is good news.
She upheld that the paleo diet is sort of a good template, eating foods that are kind of whole and fresh as possible. But I've got to have a little pasta. And my husband, Brad Falchuk, has to have a little pasta, too. So they're getting back in.
Very happy for them.
I think it's an exciting. I don't care. You wondered, Gina, about the sisters who had their stomachs removed.
Yeah.
Because of the.
I want to know more about that.
Because of this rare cancer runs through their family, and you wanted to know what they eat.
Or how? Yeah.
They do eat solid food, but they eat very small amounts throughout the day. They just have to prepare small meals. They eat a small meal and they eat several meals a day.
Okay.
They pick their food carefully for high protein and nutritional value because food is fuel and the path through the esophagus is narrow and there's no holding tank at the end, no stomach.
Yeah.
They limit how much sugar they can consume because it increases gastric distress.
Okay.
So there you go. Some international students here in Utah have had their visas renewed. So at least 23 international students on recently had revoked visas. Now their status has been reinstated after an about-face from the U.S. Department of Justice. The Salt Lake Tribune confirmed that by the time of Friday's reversal, at least one of the estimated 50 Utah international students affected had already left the country. A Salt Lake Community College student who departed about a week ago, according to a college spokesman. The largest number of revocations reported to the Salt Lake Tribune came from the University of Utah, which it says here helpfully, the state's oldest university. Officials there said at least 22 students had their visas revoked in the wide-ranging federal action that the New York Times reported canceled more than 1,500 student visas nationwide. The University of Utah announced that so far 12 student visas have been reinstated. A spokesperson for the U declined to share additional details later Friday afternoon, saying staff is still gathering information and contacting the students who were affected. John Curtis, Senator Curtis,
yes,
returned to Utah, appearing at a series of events on Friday, weighing in on current events and pushing back on some of his critics. At an event at Little America, Curtis was asked about foreign policy and some current events. He noticed a recalibration taking place with how American tax dollars are spent internationally, and he said that he received loud applause when he spoke about his support for Ukraine in its war with Russia.
Oh, good.
Friday's event was briefly disrupted by a protester who shouted at him before being escorted from the ballroom by police. Outside, about a half a dozen demonstrators held signs that criticized the senator for stances he's taken on Social Security and other issues. He's in the valley, he's doing his speech, but he won't have a town hall, said Buffy Therese, Buffy Therese, I think it is. He won't interact with his constituents. Now, Curtis defended that, pushed back against that, says, well, we do teletown hall meetings. We do everything we can. I think it would be hard to find somebody who does more outreach than I do. I actually think some of it's disingenuous when they say, we want you here on this date, and unless you come and do it our way, on our date, it's not a town hall. You all well know I do town halls and continue to do town halls, and I actually enjoy them. But he wasn't doing any on Friday.
Or in person.
He does teletown halls. Let's see. Donald Trump Jr.'s mega donor Omid Malik and several other investors are launching an invite-only club that costs more than $500,000 to join, with an exclusive post-White House Correspondents' Dinner gathering, according to an invite obtained by Politico, and two people with knowledge of the venture granted anonymity to discuss the private organization. The executive branch, it is called. It is the brainchild of Malik and the president's eldest son, and their partners at Conservative Fund 1789 Capital. The club will be located in Georgetown. The goal, people familiar with the plan say, is to create the highest-end private club that Washington has ever had and cater to the business and tech moguls who are looking to nurture their relationships with the Trump administration.
Bribes. You could just say it. Yeah. Bribes.
Virginia Giuffre, who accused Prince Andrew in the Epstein sex scandal, has died by suicide. She died by suicide Friday at her farm in Western Australia. Deeply loving, wise, and funny, she was a beacon to other survivors and victims, said publicist Dinny von Muffling. She adored her children and many animals. She was always more concerned with me than with herself. I will miss her beyond words. It was the privilege of a lifetime to represent her. The American-born Giuffre, I think that's how you say it, lived in Australia for years. She became an advocate for sex trafficking survivors after emerging as a central figure in the Epstein downfall, in Epstein's prolonged downfall. She got a big settlement from, although Prince Andrew said he never had met her, had no idea. There are pictures of them together.
Yeah.
But, no, I don't know her. I've never met her. But she sued him, and there was he paid up. It's a private. They don't release the amount of the settlement, but he paid up. Jack in the Box, the hamburger place. Now, I was under the impression that people were crazy for Jack in the Box.
There is a subset that are passionate about it.
They're going to close 200 restaurants, and as across the nation as part of a financial plan that include a potential deal with Del Taco, the sale of its Del Taco brand. So I guess they own Del Taco. A new news release issued by the company on Wednesday called its Jack on Track plan, which includes shutting down 150 to 200 locations considered underperforming, with 80 to 120 restaurants closing by the end of 2025.
Not the one that just opened here.
Don't know.
Sure. It's brand new.
Well, if it's underperforming, they might close it. I don't know. But it seems pretty popular. There's one in Ogden and one here in Salt Lake, and I know the one in Ogden, people complain that the traffic problems because it's so busy.
Yeah, and apparently they're opening more here in Utah.
And California is running out of license plate numbers. The DMV is running out of license plate numbers and is forced to change the plate sequence starting next year. With the state running out of its current combination of license plate numbers and letters, California plans to launch a new license plate sequence for newly registered vehicles starting next year. The threat of a trade war sparked by Trump's tariffs has played a role in the license plate quandary. California's standard automobile license plates have a configuration of one number followed by three letters followed by three numbers. And I don't know what that has to do with the tariffs. I have no idea.
People are buying cars now because they're worried they're going to be more expensive coming up.
So that's why they're running out so
quick.
Exactly.
The new sequence the sequence that began in 1980 with one AAA000, and they're down to 9 ZZZ999. So that means they're at the end of that combination. So they have.
You should be required to have a vanity plate then. Come up with your own unique series of numbers and letters.
Or maybe it should just have your last name on it. I don't know.
Like, could you be the only Allred?
Well,
or
no,
anybody named Allred could have
anybody could, and so there'd be lots of Allreds out there. It's an Allred. I don't know which one. But
you were weaving Allred.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how that.
It's a different Allred.
I guess that wouldn't work out.
Sports weather traffic.
Don't ask North Carolina head football coach Bill Belichick how he met his 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson. At least not while she's around to hear it. CBS Mornings was interviewing Bill Belichick and asked him, how did you guys meet? And Hudson, off camera, is like, we're not talking about that. So she's an escort. That's the only thing I can... Why else would you not want to talk about how you met your girlfriend?
Maybe because it's none of your business.
I mean...
It could be that.
Was she a babysitter?
No. I mean... there are clips of the interview out there. You should watch them because he's super uncomfortable. Like a couple times he gets asked a question and he just sits there for a minute. I don't know if Bill Belichick's all right. That's
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Don't answer that. I don't know why.
Or as Mike in Nashville says, maybe it's because it's a risky business. See? See?
Let's see, NBA playoffs today, Cavaliers and Heat at 5:30, Rockets and Warriors at 8 o'clock. And in the NHL today, you've got the Lightning and Panthers at 5, Avalanche and Stars at 7:30. That's your sports. Weather. So we've got spotty sprinkles possible throughout the day today, high of 61. Really nice tomorrow, though, high right around 70 and sunny skies. It looks like we're in this pattern of kind of every other day with a chance of rain. So tomorrow looks very, very nice. Let me look at our UDOT. A lot of those earlier issues northbound I-15 coming through Sandy and Murray look like they're easing up a bit. The UDOT cameras were red and now they're yellow, so things are at least moving through there. Whatever you're seeing, you can share it with us. You want to talk about Jack in the Box like some people are texting
Yeah,
in?
somebody says that they're texting from Vegas. There are 5 Jack in the Boxes within a 2-mile radius. Some need to go. So maybe that's part of the problem.
Seems like too many.
Yeah.
You can text us about that and anything else you like at 33986.
All right, we will take a break. We'll have some geek news for you after this. And then just after 9 o'clock, it is the Boner Recap game. Easy to play and easy to win. We'll explain it all coming up.
I'm Beat Gina announcer Ronnie Ola.
Ronnie Ola?
Johnny Ola's formerly conjoined twin.
You were separated?
Separated at birth by surgery. And those who know me personally know that I'm a man of stature.
Yeah.
But I wasn't always tall enough. It wasn't until I made a wonderful discovery that I began to achieve the height I have today. Someone gave me a copy of How to Grow Tall, the wonderful discovery made by Professor K. Leo Mingus. Professor Mingus asked the question, why be short and stunted when for the mere asking you can become tall and graceful?
That's all it takes is asking?
Write today, and the professor will mail you a free of charge The Secret of How to Grow Tall. The secret may be used at home by either sex. Professor Mingus has made a lifelong study of the cartilage system, and he thoroughly understands it. Write today, The Cartilage Company, Department 117L, Rochester, New York. And now here's a man who always said, early to bed, early to rise, makes for a really boring life. Your host, Harry Jackson. Oh, thank you, Ronnie Ola.
Wow. Think your way to being taller.
I guess that's all you have to do, right?
That's actually what Bill's doing today, and Johnny Ola. They're both home working on getting taller.
They're both really concentrating hard on getting taller. All right. I wish I was taller. Let's see. Jake is here. The randomizer has picked Jake. Are you there?
I am.
All right.
Good morning.
Jake, we're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you an advantage in the game. You call it heads or tails, please.
Heads, please.
All right, here we go. It is tails.
You're one step further away from winning these tickets to see Glass Animals September 5th at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater.
All right, so Gina and Jake, I will attempt to keep score as well as run the game. All right.
And not be distracted by the beeps. Yes,
No,
we know it's
yes.
still there. They're working on it.
Oh, they're not working on it. Let's see now, Jake. The first question is for Gina because she won the coin toss. Multiple choice pop culture trivia. If Gina gets it correct, she gets the point. If not, Jake, I'll turn the question over to you and allow you to answer and steal the point away. So pay attention. It is Andy Garcia, the actor's birthday today, so that is who we'll be asking questions about. He was in a lot of movies.
Yes.
Gina, in Ocean's 11,
one of my favorites.
Well, what did the Bellagio casino and hotel let the crew do for the movie? Was it 1, all you can eat chicken wings?
Oh, well, that would be nice. Yes.
Was it 2, free visits to the Chicken Ranch brothel for all you can eat chicken wings? 3, tap into their security system to get real surveillance footage. Or 4, stay at the hotel while they were filming.
I'm going to say stay at the hotel while they were filming. No?
Oh. Sorry. I nearly declared the game over.
Wow, no, it just started.
Jake, your chance to steal the point away.
Yeah, let's go number 3.
Tap into the security system.
I'm surprised they would let them do that.
Get real surveillance footage of the casino. All right.
The score is 1-0. Jake in the lead, and Jake controls the question. Jake, let's see. Ocean's 13.
I like that one, too.
You like that one, too? When they send the film in the old days, they do it digitally now, but when they send the film to the movie theaters, sometimes they put a different name on it
to distract
people. Ocean's 13 release prints were delivered to theaters with what fake title? Jake, was it 1, That Very Special Movie? Was it 2, License to Steal? Was it 3, Spaceballs 3, The Search for Spaceballs 2? Or was it 4, Milkmaidens 2, Smell That Dairy Air?
That's a good. I'm going to go with number 1.
That Very Special Movie? No. Actually, that's what the Hewish Theater in Payson put on the marquee when they played Oh God.
Oh.
Yes.
Because they didn't want to put
They didn't want to put God on
that very special movie.
It was That Very Special Movie.
Well, it must be number 2 then.
License to Steal. All right. Gina, 1 point.
Okay.
Jake, 1 point. Gina controls the question. Gina.
Yes.
What was Andy Garcia's first breakout role?
Okay.
Was it 1, Gollum in Lord of the Rings? 2, Jake Peralta on Brooklyn Nine-Nine? 3, George Stone in The Untouchables? Or 4, Ernesto, a gang member in the first episode of Hill Street Blues?
6.
All right, 8:49. Is this a sponsored feature?
Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice paints, and more. Haster Games, 6831 South State, or HasterGames.com.
All right, thank you. Okay. Got a couple of things for you to watch today. April 26th was Alien Day. I don't know how that happened, but there you go. And to celebrate, FX released a pair of new videos for Alien Earth, which is coming in summer, teasing what's on the show. This one is a little, well, all right. This first one is labeled Gestation.
Okay.
It's 3.5 minutes long, and we see the scientific birth of one of the aliens.
Okay.
I mean, and like I said, it's very graphic.
Like cells dividing?
Cells. It
Okay.
starts with cells
Okay.
dividing.
There's lots of slime, I'll bet.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with the cells dividing.
I can hear them.
And I thought, well, what a nice ASMR video. But no. And then the cells continue to divide and grow, and, well, yeah. I'll just fast forward. And you can see it growing.
Oh, there it comes.
There it goes. And my favorite part is the little claws that
It's so cute.
that the baby alien has.
You have to put little booties on his hands so that he doesn't stretch himself.
Yeah. And like I said, that one's really graphic and like 3.5 minutes long. But,
Okay.
but this is just a short, promo for the show.
This ship collected 5 different life forms from the darkest corners of the universe. Each one a unique, deadly species. Monsters.
Alien Earth coming this summer. That's all you get. It's an original series, and looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, especially if you're, like me, a fan of the Alien franchise.
Who isn't?
It takes place in 2120, 2 years before the original Alien, with, Ripley and everybody. After a Weyland-Yutani ship has crashed on humanity's home planet. Unfortunately, a group of soldiers go about investigating and discover some nasty secrets inside. With the planet at stake, the team will have to survive all those life forms and the company's own agendas. So you've got Sidney Chandler, Timothy Oliphant,
Oh, okay.
Alex Lothar. Yeah, because it's Josh Hawley, and they've worked together before. So sometime this summer on FX and on Hulu as well. Now, Weyland-Yutani is the corporation that wants the alien for the weapons division.
Sure.
Right.
Now, in the Alien Predator world, they apparently exist in the same universe. Even though they were separate franchises at first, the writers brought them together.
Alien versus Predator.
Alien versus Predator. And you can thank comic books for that. But Predator Badlands, which we got the trailer for on Friday, keen-eyed, and I mean that sincerely, keen-eyed people notice that Elle Fanning, who's in it, is at one point tied up somehow, but her eyes are white and wide open.
So she's not a person.
She's like Ash.
Okay.
She's a robot.
Yeah.
And if you look at her eyes, apparently there's the W logo
Of the business.
of
the
Wayland
company.
Yutani.
Okay. all
Apparently.
right.
So go and watch that as well. You decide. I'm not willing to make that leap.
Carrie likes to wait for the thing to happen.
Exactly. Let's see. So there's that. Go and take a look at those trailers. Let's see. Oh, here we go. You ever wonder why Yoda talks the way he does?
Yeah, I guess.
Wonder I do.
Wonder
Carrie
I
Jackson.
do.
Exactly.
Because I wonder I do.
Well, this is a question that has been asked.
Yeah.
Many times, and George Lucas raised his head up just long enough to say, "Oh, you want me to answer that?"
Yeah.
He said, George Lucas was asked about Yoda's particular speech patterns during a recent anniversary screening for The Empire, and his answer was, "I had to figure out a way to get people to actually listen to what he was saying, especially 12-year-olds."
Oh, okay.
He says, if you speak in regular English, people don't listen that much. But if he had an accent, or it's really hard to understand what he's saying, they focus on what he's saying. So, because he's a philosopher,
Notice that I do.
I'm not playing. So there's that. Another little thing for you to watch, and this is just funny. What if Star Trek Strange New Worlds met SpongeBob SquarePants?
You're okay with this?
I don't know.
These are the voyages of the Patrick Starship Enterprise.
Dang, look at that.
What's your status, Commander Cheeks?
Everything's peachy.
Commence nautical nonsense. Its mission unclear.
Krabby Patty, engage.
Hit it, Krabs.
Aye, Captain.
Jumping jellyfish.
Its crew unfazed.
Slither a pearl! Fire on the poop deck!
Sound the foghorns.
So it's a combination of the actual cast and set of Star Trek Strange New Worlds
SquarePants?
playing
Boldly
with
going.
SpongeBob.
It's in.
Where no one has gone before.
I'm ready.
Greetings, Sponge Robert.
Weird dream.
Perhaps it was your imagination.
Whether you like SpongeBob, Star Trek, or both, find your mountain of
It's an
energy.
ad for Paramount Plus. Basically.
got it.
You can go and watch that. It's slightly amusing.
It sounds slightly amusing.
Only slightly amusing. Traffic.
Yeah, we've got crash southbound Hillfield Road at Gordon Avenue. 2 right lanes are closed there. Those earlier accidents northbound I-15 coming from Sandy into Murray looks like they're better, but still causing a little bit of slowage through that area. And as always, you can text us and let us know what you're seeing on the roads. 33986 is where you do that.
All right. Thank you very much. We got the Boner Recap game coming up after these messages and a song. When you play the game, you might win something. All you have to do is tell us who won the Boner this morning. If you were listening, you know, because you heard it.
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't listening, you could probably guess today.
Mm-hmm. But there's no need to guess.
Why take that chance? Cheat. Go to x96.com, click on the box that says Boners, April 28, 2025. It'll say winner next to the correct answer. What is our prize?
Tickets to see Andy Bell of Erasure, November 21st at the Marquee in Park City.
Very cool. All right. Andy Bell tickets, 877-602-9696 is the number to call to play the Boner Recap game. All right. Thank you very much. Harmon's for Mother's Day.
I was just looking at this. Go to Harmon's Olive Bar, and get a nice select. I had some delicious olives from Harmon's the other day. They were just great.
And you go to the bar and just pick out the ones you like?
Yeah, and artisan cheese, and make a charcuterie board. Serve it up to your mother with a Bloody Mary.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, Mother's Day is May 11th, so plenty of time to stop by Harmon's. Beautiful flowers they have at Harmon's. You can either get one of their pre-made arrangements or pick out some of Mom's favorites and have them do a custom bouquet.
They also have, wellness gifts. They have, vitamins and self-care products, the loofahs and all of that kind, and the bath bombs and things like that. You could put together a nice gift for your mother. Anything. I'm sure you can find something for your brunch items. Find something for your mother for Mother's Day at Harmon's. There are Harmon's grocery stores all over the place. Find the one in your neighborhood, and then go check it out for Mother's Day. Harmon's for Mother's Day.
This is Jeff.
From hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
The list I have is a list of celebrities who have criminal parents.
Criminal parents.
First one on the list, Woody Harrelson. Now, he's been in trouble with the law his
Yes,
own self.
he's had his own brushes, yes.
Doesn't even compare with his father. Woody Harrelson's dad, Charles Harrelson, was a notable hitman.
Oh.
He's said to have murdered a U.S. district judge in 1979, escaped prison, and was even tied to the assassination of JFK.
Wow. You're leading with that.
That's the list. That's the list they have given me. Lindsay Lohan, again, she's had her own problems.
Brushes, yes.
Doesn't compare with her dad, Michael Lohan, involved in all kinds of crimes. He served jail time for insider trading and violating probation. He was arrested for domestic violence. Her mom's been in trouble with the law, too. Drunk driving and such. This one, I think you've probably heard this story before, Carrie, but a lot of people might not know it. Charlize Theron.
Yes. This is go ahead.
Okay, so she's, of course, played a serial killer before.
Yes.
Charlize doesn't get in trouble with the law, but one night when she was 15 years old, her alcoholic father allegedly started firing his gun and threatened Charlize and her mother, who retaliated and killed him. Afterwards, Theron and her mom moved from South Africa to the United States. But I wouldn't count that as a criminal. I would count that as self-defense for sure.
Sure.
Terrence Howard, Oscar-nominated actor.
Also had his troubles?
Had lots of troubles.
Yeah.
His dad, Tyrone Howard, allegedly committed the so-called Santa line slaying. Accounts vary, but it's said that Tyrone killed a man who assaulted him while waiting in line to see Santa Claus at a mall.
Okay.
What?
Doesn't that put you on the naughty list?
I hope. Immediately. I don't think there's any discussion.
Tupac Shakur, again, you're saying he had his own problems with the police.
See, this is the interesting part to me of this list, is the people whose, they've had trouble and their parents have had trouble. So far, we haven't had one where the guy's okay, but the parents were screwed up.
I mean, Charlize. That's probably
that's the one.
But again, self-defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tupac's mom was said to be an affiliate of the Black Panther Party. She was tied to bombings in New York, represented herself in court while pregnant with Tupac.
Wow.
She was eventually acquitted.
I don't count that.
It doesn't say so on here. I thought he was born in prison, but it doesn't say that in this story. Nicki Minaj.
Also has had her troubles.
Yeah, she's her father, Robert Minaj. Attempted to murder her mother by burning the house down.
Well,
wasn't successful at it, but
yeah. Again, divorce is a lot less trouble.
Yeah. Tobey Maguire.
Now Toby has not had his problems, has he?
He's famously played good guys in Hollywood. Is not known as a bad boy or. His father, Vincent Maguire, was a convicted bank robber.
Really?
Like the kind of guy Spider-Man would catch.
Yeah, the burglar.
Jackie Chan.
I've heard this one.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
His father, Charles, was a secret Chinese nationalist agent. This sounds like a movie.
Wow.
Who clashed with the communists. Meanwhile, his mother was an illegal opium trader.
Wow.
Oh.
It's a movie. Why hasn't somebody done that movie
That should
yet?
be a movie, and Jackie should play his father.
And there's actually a picture of them here. His parents are gorgeous, both of them.
Oh, I'll bet. I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu?
Mm-hmm. Again, Keanu, he's a good guy.
Yes, has not had his problems. Yes.
When he was a boy, his father was handed a 10-year prison sentence for trafficking heroin.
Oh.
Wow. Trafficking.
Yeah.
Not holding.
He was
Again,
moving
that's
it.
a trumped-up charge there.
Let's see. Leighton Meester, she was on Gossip Girl.
Yes.
Her mother, Constance, served prison time for allegedly working in a drug ring, smuggling marijuana from Jamaica to the United States.
Wow.
Drew Barrymore, we know about
her whole family.
Yeah.
Up the line, they've all had their problems.
And actually, just as a side note, I was reading a lot about David Crosby yesterday because he died. Apparently, when Drew was in rehab and she got let out too early for some reason, her parents weren't paying the bills.
Oh.
She went and lived with David Crosby for a while because he was sober.
Yeah.
And he helped her get sober the rest of the way. Because her parents were no help at all. They were the reason she was having her problems. Let's see what else.
You don't go to a Barrymore for help with your drinking. You just don't.
Last one here, Hope Solo. She's famous.
Oh, yeah, I know this one. I love her.
She's a famous
Well,
goalkeeper. And she, again, has had her own
Oh, yeah. She's got anger problems.
trouble with the law. Hope Solo was actually conceived in prison.
Whoa.
What?
Her father was serving time for embezzlement. I guess her mom went to conjugal visit him in prison.
And this is where the magic happens.
He also kidnapped Hope and her little brother from a baseball game when they were little.
I did know that
You
one.
knew that
I did
one.
know that one.
Wow.
But conceived, we've heard of born in jail.
Conceived in jail is another level as far as I'm concerned.
I think that's why that one is at the top of the list of celebrities.
Even Johnny Cash never had a song about being conceived in jail.
No.
When she was playing for the U.S., she was like my top idol besides Nick Armando because I was a goalkeeper for 17 years. And then she came out with some anger issues and abuse. And
John says Leighton Meester was born in prison.
I have heard that also.
Mm.
My great-grandfather was born in prison.
Born in prison?
Really?
Because his father was the sheriff. And his wife came to visit him at work one day, and she went into labor while she was there. And so they just took her into one of the cells, and she gave birth in jail.
What a wonderful story.
So there you go.
Well, there you go.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
Endora in Salem really would like to win these Andy Bell tickets. I said, Endora, you gotta call in for the Boner recap.
Salem?
From Salem.
They don't have phones in Salem.
Well, that's the only way you can do the Boner recap. You got to figure that out.
I know. All right. Salem. All right. Because on this day, in 1981, Adam and the Ants released Stand and Deliver, the lead single from their third studio album, Prince Charming. Okay. I've got another on this day coming up.
Okay.
But it's Bowie again. It's a different song.
Oh, that's okay. No, just play the same.
Do you mind?
No.
Why would I mind?
No, of course not.
It's either that or a song that we played last week
No,
for On This Day,
Oh,
which is actually also on this day.
No, I'm fine.
You can play more than one Bowie song in a show.
All right. Just warning you.
That's okay.
Okay. Bowie overload. There's no such thing. All right.
We have somebody there to do the Boner recap?
Yes. Let's go to Liz.
Liz, good morning.
Looks like Liz. There we are.
Liz, are you there?
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm here.
What are you doing?
Good. I'm at work.
Yeah,
listening to your station.
What do you?
Thank you.
What do you do for work, Liz?
Oh, I work at LMK Interior Design.
Oh, are you an interior designer?
Yes.
Good for you. That's great. I think that's noble work. I think making people's homes look better.
Yes,
I think that's great. Liz, we'll do the Boner recap here, and if you can tell me who the Boner winner was, which I'm sure you can, you will win what, Gina?
Well, I just want to know, Liz, how do you feel about white kitchens? Because I think that's a very polarizing subject, white kitchens. Where do you stand on white kitchens?
Oh, I think it's a classic. I think it will never go away, although I do think it's great to add, some natural wood tones to it, so it's not just completely white.
Okay.
Mix it in.
I have an avocado-colored refrigerator.
that matches
it's
that matches his avocado-colored can opener
and the stove
and his avocado-colored stove.
What you're trying to win is tickets to see Andy Bell from Erasure on November 21st at the Marquee in Park City.
You ready to go?
Great. Yeah, I am.
Okay. Boner candidate number 1, President Blue Suit, takes a call and a nap at the Vatican. Donald Trump stuck out like a sore thumb. He's supposed to wear a black suit to the funeral, but no, he's wearing his blue suit. And then he took a phone call, and then he fell asleep. During
Don't say
service.
he was praying. He fell asleep.
And then
clearly.
that was Boner candidate number 1. Boner candidate number 2, have a vodka spritzer. It's on me. This is all having to do with a police car chase in Florida. The guy, he actually went driving by a police car at one point and stuck his hand out the window and had a can of vodka spritzer, mixed cocktail in it. He said, "Want a drink?" As he went go. This was really a crazy chase. They finally caught him, and he said to the police, "Well, you guys at least you guys had fun, right?" Yeah. And then Boner candidate number 3 was, "When you gotta go, you gotta go." A female passenger on a Southwest Airlines flight to Chicago took off all of her clothing and then pooped on the seat just as the plane was landing. Woo, awful. Which one was the winner?
Number 1.
Yes, absolutely, Liz.
Boner.
Yep, won by a wide margin. You, my dear, are going to go...
see Andy Bell?
Oh,
in
Andy
Park
Bell,
City.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Andy Bell.
Awesome.
Yeah, good.
Excited.
You get 2 tickets for that. Hang on, and Katie will tell you how to get your tickets.
All right. Yeah, Bill lives in the Brady Bunch house.
Yeah, avocados, the colored.
Avocado.
It was kind of the
fridge.
60s, wasn't it?
Yeah, the orange countertop.
Yeah. Formica.
I think we actually had that in my house when I was
orange
growing
Formica?
up.
We had yellow.
I think I had Actually, I think we had yellow appliances.
Yeah,
yellow refrigerator.
Did you have the indoor-outdoor carpet on the floor of your kitchen
No.
growing up?
No, I think it was linoleum.
Yeah, we just had linoleum.
Because that was terrible. Whoever thought carpet in the kitchen was a good idea?
Yeah, terrible idea.
But there was a time.
Linoleum.
We have linoleum in our bathroom now. And then practically every other floor, I think every other floor in my house is wood. No carpet at all.
You have rugs, though.
Not many.
No?
A few, but not many.
So
I
it's
have them in the
echoey
bathroom.
in your house?
No, not particularly.
Because rugs kind of soften the sound.
We just talk softly, so
Oh.
there's no echo.
You talk softly.
I know that's not true.
Well, that's not
What do you mean?
I know
It's
that's
not
not
happening.
true.
No, our house is not echoey.
One of the Facebook pages I follow. I don't follow people. I follow groups. And,
Yeah.
and one of them is Retro Kitchens.
Oh yeah.
And it's just avocado
And it's just-
appliances and
it's some from the 50s,
Yeah.
and then they're the Brady Bunch style. And
well, see, that's why I asked her, because I follow a lot of. I mean, you'd think I was renovating a house or something, and I'm not. But I follow a lot of interior, like design stuff.
I'm not
just
sure why
'cause I'm
you'd want a white
curious.
kitchen. Everything. I mean, it would look. It just seems. Of course, we have dark countertops in my house. They're some sort of synthetic thing that need to be replaced because they're dark.
Yeah.
And everything shows up on them.
Yeah.
Well, you can see everything with the white kitchen. That way you can clean it. You know if it's clean or not.
There's a
But if
crumb
it's-
right there. I
but if
see
it's-
it.
But if it's dark, because we got the marble and it's the brown marble.
Mhm.
So if it's dirty,
Who knows?
You can't
You're
tell.
not sure. You can't tell.
Yeah.
So whether that's good or bad, I don't know.
You can tell that ours are dirty because it's really dark colored. It's, almost black. And
see.
everything shows up. It's like a car. White cars usually don't look as dirty as other cars.
Mine does. Our house is not echoey. Is that a good band name? It's terrible band
No,
name.
it's terrible.
Oh yeah, and by the way, carpet in the bathroom. You're right. Way worse than carpet in the kitchen.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why that was ever a thing. I mean, I don't know that anybody has that now, but it
Yep.
used to be a thing. Ew.
Oh, it's granite, not
Ew,
marbles.
ew.
Your countertops.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We will take a break. We'll be back after these messages with some big boy news and opinioendo. Stand by for all of that. So you buy
Christopher's Prime Steakhouse, simply Utah's best steakhouse, the perfect spot for a wonderful date night. Reserve your table at christophersut.com, located at 110 West Broadway.
delicious.
It's here in the name of love, another edition of Beat Gina. I'm Beat Gina announcer Johnny Ola for the good folks at Beach Nut Peanut Butter. Beach Nut is the perfect peanut butter for those tough economic times. 26 slices of bread can be spread by one medium-sized jar of Beach Nut Peanut Butter. You actually spread the bread with flavor. Delicious. Spanish and Virginia peanuts are blended, a necessary step to beech nut flavor. They're roasted evenly until the kernels are a rich, warm brown. Beech nut is healthful, nourishing, and easy to digest. It sets off the flavor of other sandwich fillings by its own captivating flavor. Spread one slice with beech nut and the other with cream cheese, olives, jam, bananas. A pleasantly different taste. Beech nut peanut butter comes in a vacuum-sealed clear glass jar, never sold in bulk. Try these other fine beech nut products as well. Beech nut bacon, beech nut coffee, macaroni, spaghetti, vermicelli, beech nut elbows, beech nut pork and beans, jams and jellies, mints, beech nut chewing gum, and more from the Beech Nut Packing Company in Kanahore, New York. And now, here he is, our very own Beech Nut, Kerry Jackson.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much. All right. The randomizer has picked your contestant. Gina, you'll be playing against Matt today.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, how you doing?
All right,
I'm
Matt.
fine.
We're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you an advantage in the game. Heads or tails, Matt?
Heads.
Coin toss app says heads, Gina Barberi.
I see.
That
Well,
means, yeah. You're one step closer to getting those Counting Crows dashboard confessional tickets because Matt's going first. But if Gina manages to claw her way back, Matt, and beat you, what are you prepared to do in her name?
Donate to the road home.
Donate to the road home. Very nice. All right, Matt, the first question is for you. These are Harrison Ford trivia questions. None of them Indiana Jones questions. All right. So here we go. First question for Matt. Harrison Ford is part of the Boy Scouts of America. What rank does Harrison Ford hold? Is it 1, Bear Scout? Is it 2, Crashing Small Aircraft Scout? 3, Pooped in the Woods Scout? Or 4, Life Scout?
Life Scout.
Life Scout is correct.
That's correct, and it's 1 point for Matt.
All
Gina,
right.
your turn.
Gina, let's get to you here. Okay, here we go. Harrison Ford once described the character Han Solo as what? Is it 1, the hootinest, tootinest, shootinest bobtail wildcat in space?
Yes.
Is it 2, the meanest, toughest, rip-roaringest, Edward ever Hortonest, hombre, whatever packed a blaster? 3, a slippery, slimy scoundrel? Or 4, the great rapscallion of the universe?
3.
A slippery, slimy scoundrel. No, incorrect.
That's good for you, Matt. A chance to steal.
I'm going to say number 4.
The great rapscallion of the universe.
There it is. It's 2 points for Matt, no points for Gina, and it is Matt's question.
Wow, this could be quick.
Matt,
we hope.
let's see. With all of the roles Harrison Ford has played, who is his favorite character? He said it. Who is his favorite character? Was it 1, Beach Patrol Cop on an episode of the Mod Squad? 2, Han Solo? 3, Indiana Jones? Or 4, Bellhop Pager in Dead Heat on a Merry-Go-Round?
I'm gonna guess number 3.
Indiana Jones is correct.
And you win the game, Matt.
That was
Oh, do you think I fooled you?
Nicely done. That was just like 3-0. Boom. Well, the counting pros, is that what he wins?
He barely had to work.
I took down the Pirate Queen.
Time for Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by
2 epic shows, 1 mind-blowing experience, Laser AC/DC, Rock Legends brought to life in lasers, and Laser Taylor Swift Volume 2. Bigger, brighter, better than ever, now playing only at the Hanson Dome Theater. Tickets are on sale. You can go to clarkplanetarium.org.
Well, a major power outage has hit Spain and Portugal, shutting down trains, airports, and other critical infrastructure and causing disruptions across the 2 countries. Energy authorities said that the outage occurred following a disruption in the European power grid. It's not immediately clear what caused this outage. According to Antonio Leitão Amaro, the Minister of State for the presidency in Portugal. E. Reeds, the national energy supplier of Portugal, said that the interruption was due to a problem in the European electricity grid. Power authorities said that they were working quickly to restore service while it was still daylight. Voltage has been recovered in substations in several areas of the north, south, and west of the peninsula. Spain's national power company, Red Electrica, said. Its representatives did not respond to questions about the scope of the power outage or any potential cause. The effects of disruption were felt by millions of people across the Iberian Peninsula. As authorities activated emergency plans, top Spanish officials convened a meeting of the National Security Council. Long lines started to form outside of ATMs. Widespread problems connecting to the internet and to phone networks. Due to the power outage, we ask that you avoid driving as much as possible, said the Spanish Traffic Authority. This because traffic lights and road signs aren't working. Good Lord. Major institutions went into crisis management. Hospitals in Spain were forced to run on generators. Portuguese banks and schools were closed. Matches for the Madrid Open tennis tournament were suspended.
Well, now I'm upset.
It causes a panic. Major grocery stores were closed because people started racing to try and buy food. This is just astonishing. And there are pictures here which are, it's just bizarre. It's chaos, essentially. Let's see what else we have here. For a wanted man supposedly hiding from the police, Ammon Bundy isn't all that difficult to find these days. On a snowy March morning in southern Utah, the 49-year-old fugitive emerged from behind his pickup truck, sporting his trademark beard and cowboy hat, despite being on the run from Idaho police after fleeing trial on a contempt of court charge and on the hook for part of a $52.5 million judgment. He's relaxed and unconcerned about the ever-looming threat of arrest. I've been doing this for a long time, Bundy said, matter-of-factly, being a jerk. I'm not running at all. I don't even have the location share off on my phone. They can find me anytime they want. A longtime figurehead of the militia, anti-federal government movement in the West, Bundy rose to prominence when he joined his dad, rancher Cliven Bundy, and hundreds of supporters in an armed standoff with agents from the Bureau of Land Management. 2 years later, Bundy led a month-long occupation at the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge in rural Oregon. That resulted in the death of, I think it was it his uncle, was shot dead by police. Then he went to Idaho, said he was going to run for governor, and
lost miserably.
Lost. He said I can't go to Idaho. The Idaho police will grab me if I go back into Idaho. But they don't seem to, and the Utah police don't seem to have much interest in doing anything.
But he has like a $52 million judgment against him, and it just shows you when you see those in the news and go, "Wow, you're going to get $52 million." You're not getting $52 million. That's because you can hide from that. Oh, I don't have a job. Yeah. Oh, I don't have that. Well, you have no assets. He
lives in an attic with his wife and 6 children.
Guy in the chat room says he's in Cedar City, where
Cedar City.
His brother is sheriff, and another's on the city council.
Elon Musk is known to have at least 14 children, but the real number could be much higher than that. The Atlantic's Elizabeth Brunig told Allison Camerata and Dave Briggs on their Sanity podcast in an interview, "I believe he has 14 known children," she said, but people who spoke to the Wall Street Journal for their expose on his childbearing habits suggested the number is much higher. I've heard people estimate he may have 100 or more children.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Brunig is the author of the piece, The Harem of Elon Musk.
Yeah, I mean, he has said things like, I need to repopulate the earth with my superior genes.
Again, it's that, replacement theory that racists have.
The Olene Walker After School program with the hashtag #SheBelongs team is a powerful celebration of art, activism, and global inclusion. Refugee Soccer and the She Belongs initiative, they will host an evening with Pat Bagley and hashtag #SheBelongs on Wednesday, April 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the University of Utah's Thomas S. Monson Center.
I have if you go to x96.com/live, there's a cartoon done by Pat Bagley. I have that framed in my house.
That's what this is about. You can purchase tickets for the evening. Pat Bagley, editorial cartoonist of the Salt Lake Tribune, has donated a very special print of one of his most viral cartoons ever, honoring Nobel laureate Malala Yousafzai. Yep. Malala is widely recognized as one of the most influential human rights advocates of our time, especially for girls and women around the world. The Pat Bagley cartoon is called A Girl with a Book.
And this one's
It's
signed
by him and by Malala. We are living in uncertain and challenging times here in the U.S. and across the globe. This moment represents an opportunity for all of us to shape the future for half the world's population, girls and women. Malala recently said, "I never imagined women's rights could be lost so easily."
It's my favorite political cartoon, and I had it framed and put outside my daughter's bedroom door, so when she woke up in the morning and opened her door, that was like the first thing she saw. King's English, they used to, I don't know if they still do, sell a bunch of Pat Bagley prints in there, and they had that one there for a long time.
This is an original print, and they will raffle it off, apparently.
That's pretty cool.
Let's see, what else do we have here? No, that's no good. I'm trying to find this other story. The LAPD has released body camera footage of the shooting involving Weezer's wife, the bass player's wife, Jillian Lauren. Jillian has been charged with attempted murder after allegedly firing her gun at police who were searching for 3 suspects involved in a high-speed chase. In the footage released by the LAPD, officers can be seen searching for the suspects in the Eagle Rock neighborhood on April 8 when they encountered Schreiner in her backyard with her gun drawn. Her name is Jillian Lauren Schreiner. She's the wife of the bass player Scott Schreiner. Officers can be heard repeatedly ask her to drop the gun. At one point, an officer says, she racked it. Gunshots erupt. Investigators later recovered one cartridge casing, indicating that she had fired off at least one round. Following the shooting, Schreiner fled into her residence and called 911. Based on audio released by the LAPD, it appears that she was unaware that she had engaged with officers at the time. I don't know how you... Instead, believed that she had fired at the suspects involved in the previously mentioned high-speed chase. But after an hour, she surrendered to police and was taken into custody. Still some questions to be answered there, I would say.
And the footage is not, it doesn't really spell out what happened and how it could have gone down, and, you know.
Matt Pinfield, you know who that is?
Yes.
A media personality. He had a stroke that left him in a coma. In March, the former MTV VJ made a statement that he was awake and recovering. He made his first social media post since the incident just yesterday. On Instagram, he shared the news that he'll be hosting Green Day's Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony next week. Slowly but surely recovering, lots of physical therapy, fighting my way back one day at a time, he wrote. So that's good news.
Yes.
Good news, everyone. Tom Holland and Zendaya have made their first public appearance since getting engaged. They were hanging around on the set of the upcoming third season of Euphoria in L.A. It marked the first time that the longtime couple has been photographed out together since their engagement was confirmed in January. Tom was seen talking to the actress who plays Rue on the HBO Max series outside of her trailer, also carrying her dog Noon, a miniature schnauzer. Oh, how cute.
Adorable.
He wore a... you don't want to know what he was wearing, do you?
Sure. What the dog's wearing?
No. What Tom Holland was wearing.
I thought you thought the dog had clothes on.
No, apparently. No, the dog was naked. Let's see if there's anything else here that we need to cover. Oh, Katy Perry's really just... She's the object of ridicule all the time now.
She is not getting any breaks at all.
She was called out for her debuting a space-inspired Lifetimes tour outfit, and it is really stupid looking, I gotta say.
Yeah.
She just looks
I'll never forgive her
ridiculous.
for harassing those poor nuns and trying to buy their house.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Like, Katie, you could buy, any house you want. Well, I want that one. Well, leave the nuns alone. Go buy something else.
Have you seen the pictures of her spacesuit?
Yeah, she looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it's absurd.
And she didn't go to space.
No.
And she's not an astronaut or a crew or a...
She might be an alien, though. The bicycle from Pee-wee's Big Adventure is going up for auction.
I'll take it.
Let's see. Coming from the estate of Jay Ward.
Oh.
Wasn't he the cartoon, the...
Bullwinkle.
Yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle. One of the 14 iconic red bikes used during the filming of the movie will go up for sale during a 2-day auction May 3rd and 4th, hosted by Van Eaton Galleries. According to the listing, the bike was used in several memorable scenes, including one in which Pee-wee crashes into a curb and is thrown onto a lawn, only to pop up and deliver his signature line, "I meant to do that." It's also the bike that Pee-wee uses to swing across a lake on a vine, Tarzan style, while fleeing security on the Warner Brothers lot. Built by Hollywood stuntman Gary Littlejohn, the bike has been restored to match its on-screen appearance. However, no paintwork or rechroming has been done, so some of the wear and tear from the film remains on the bike. And I'm trying to see if there's a starting bid. They don't say what the starting bid. It'll go for
more,
a lot of
more
money.
than you can afford.
Yeah, it'll go for a lot.
It's got the mud flaps on it and everything.
Oh, yeah. The lion head on it. Mm-hmm. Weather?
Spotty sprinkles today, high of 61. Tomorrow it looks beautiful, 70 and sunny skies. Looking throughout the week, it looks like we kind of alternate days between spotty sprinkles and sunshine. That's what you're going to be dealing with this week.
Thank you.
Listen to
where does that music come from, Frank? When you appear in the studio, this is Frank Chris, the celebrity Grim Reaper. No, he's not a celebrity. He's the Reaper of celebrities, a Grim Reaper. But so it gets cold, and this organ music just starts up out of nowhere.
It's a little Bluetooth speaker I've got
on your scooter there.
Pairs with the scooter.
I see. Frank Christ has joined us. Oh, Frank, It's just a sad story.
You got the runaround yesterday, didn't you, Frank?
Oh, yes. It was a busy day.
What happened?
Well, Drake Bell was missing and endangered.
Well, he's not considered a celebrity anymore, is he?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
And so they weren't sure. It was a possibility that Frank's services would be required, but they ended up finding him.
Yeah, I dashed off to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm there a lot.
Yes.
And, but he's fine. He's just fine.
All right. Frank has joined us here in the studio. Every weekday we play a game called Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
Frank gives me a list of 4 celebrities, 4 names, and he says, do a little research on these, Bill. 3 of them on the list you'll find are...
But they're fine. They're just fine.
But one of them, Frank has taken away, a precious celebrity no longer with us.
Oh.
And it's the contestant's job to figure out which one on the list is dead. And who do we have to play?
Chelsea.
Chelsea, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just fine.
Of course you are. Chelsea, I'm going to read you these names. You tell me who is dead and what can Chelsea win, Gina?
Chelsea, we've got tickets to see The Offspring with Sum 41 and Simple Plan live at USANA Amphitheater on August 3rd.
All right, here we go, Chelsea. These names that Frank gave me, these are cast members of the second highest grossing film of the year 2000. That film being Gladiator.
Oh.
All right. So these are stars from that movie. Number 1, Derek Jacobi started his professional acting career with Laurence Olivier as one of the founding members of the Royal National Theatre. He won numerous awards, including a BAFTA, Olivier Awards, Primetime Emmy Awards, Screen Actors Guild, and a Tony Award. Mr. Jacobi was given a knighthood for his services to theater by Queen Elizabeth II. He played Senator Gracchus in Gladiator. That's Derek Jacobi. Number 2 on the list, Oliver Reed. His notable films including, of course, playing Bill Sikes in the Best Picture Oscar winner Oliver. He was also in one of my favorite movies, Women in Love. He played Athos in The Three Musketeers and The Four Musketeers. And in Gladiator, Oliver Reed played Antonius Proximo, the old gruff gladiator trainer in that movie. Number 3 on the list, Tommy Flanagan, best known for his role as Chibs on Sons of Anarchy and its spin-off, Mayans MC. He was in Braveheart. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and he played Cicero in Gladiator. He was the loyal servant to Maximus the Gladiator. Number 3 is Tommy Flanagan. And number 4, Connie Nielsen. Her feature film debut was in the Jerry Lewis French film, Par Autu Rentré en Tapa Sautir. She moved to the United States and made her first appearance in a major English language film after being in that Jerry Lewis film called The Devil's Advocate, starring opposite Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves. In Gladiator, Connie Nielsen played Lucilla in Gladiator. She was the former consort to former girlfriend of the Gladiator. All right, those are the 4 people in Gladiator. Do you know, Chelsea, which one is dead?
I'm going to guess B.
B, Oliver Reed? That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Oliver Reed died in 1999 at the age of 61.
He died during the filming of Gladiator.
He did indeed. As a matter of fact, I think they had to sort of cobble together some scenes, using like a double and things like that. So congratulations, Chelsea. You win tickets to see The Offspring.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hang on the line and somebody will tell you how to get those tickets.
Oh, well, I've got to go.
Yeah?
Pete Rose is 82.
Oh, yeah, go check on him.
Today, so I've got to go and check on him.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Frank. I was going to tell him Derek Jacobi's 84. That's even older.
right.
Hey, look, we have a guest in the studio.
Hello.
It's Margaret Chamberlain. Hi, Margaret.
Hi, Margaret.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Margaret is Public Relations Specialist with the Natural History Museum. The Natural History Museum is sponsoring the Utah Food Festival.
Wait a minute, a food festival at the History Museum?
Yes.
What
the hell?
Tell us about that. May 3rd and 4th, what is a food festival doing at a history museum?
Yeah, great question. Well, our food festival goes so much beyond just the vendors. We have lots of great vendors, lots of local vendors that you'll recognize. But we also do workshops where you can learn amazing things, both like, the ancient ancestral ways of making chocolate to how to make jelly a specific way.
Mm-hmm.
And along with that, we'll have some of our in-house scientists doing incredible presentations about, how people in Utah cultivated food, thousands of years ago, all the way up to urban forests and modern harvesting of foods.
There'll be brewing. There's coffee brewing workshop from Cafe Ibis.
Yes.
That's really interesting to me.
A jam workshop.
A jam workshop, that cheese workshop. We have like a charcuterie board workshop that I think is going to be very popular if you're getting ready for summer and hosting. And this is a great way to learn more about cultivating food, as well as shop from lots of amazing local vendors.
You going to do any canning?
I personally will not be doing any canning. But I'm sure some of the jam workshops will go over canning.
I've always meant to do that. We grow produce at our house, and tomato. We end up with extra tomatoes. We freeze them, and that works pretty well.
That's okay.
But I always mean I've got to learn how to can, and I never have done it.
Yeah.
So how do you get involved with this? Do you have to sign up for things, or what?
Yeah, so you'll have to register if you want to participate in a workshop. You'll have to register on our website. If you go to nhmu.utah.edu/food, that'll take you to the homepage of Utah Food Fest. Mm-hmm. If you purchase a workshop, your admission is included with that purchase. If you don't want to do a workshop and just want to come, you do purchase admission to the museum, which gets you into our 10 permanent exhibitions.
And then there'll be food to sample, I would assume.
Oh yes, lots of food to sample, hot sauce, cheese, jam, you name it.
This is interesting. Learn all about curds, including how to make one.
I really hate that word, but
curd?
I don't like the word curd.
How do you feel about whey?
Yeah.
Whey's okay.
Whey, curd.
The coffee one is Cafe Ibis. Understand the why behind your favorite brews by exploring what makes coffee great.
Yeah. If you have really bitter coffee in the morning, maybe you need a workshop to sweeten it up.
Okay. Cheese making.
The best way to make coffee, I bet the Cafe Ibis people will tell you, is pour over coffee.
Yes.
I don't do that, but it's probably the best way to do it.
I think there was just new research published on that.
See, this is the history
food
museum.
Science,
food and history.
And you've got stuff for the kids there too.
Of course, lots of activities for the kids. Some different zones where they can learn science in a very fun and engaging way.
Hey, Katie, they have a dino diner. You could go. Katie loves dinosaurs.
Yep, and we're gonna have food trucks and the turnaround. So when you're ready for lunch, beyond sampling, there's gonna be world's best corn dog, among others.
I've had that, by the way, and it is, I think, the world's best corn dog.
We just had it on Friday.
And they are.
They're huge.
I think they are the world's.
They're huge. They're delicious. You got to get the honey drizzle.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yes. Give me a honey drizzle on that. So this is at the Natural History Museum. It's on May 3rd and 4th. Now this is celebrate food and foraging.
Foraging.
So,
like mushrooms, like that kind of
thing? Mushrooms, fruit, edible plants. A lot of people have this misconception that we're so far removed from our foodways. Mm-hmm. When in reality, food is very prevalent in urban areas. It's very easy to cultivate in urban areas. And a lot of the people there would be a great resource for getting started in that or learning more about it.
Some people call it foraging. Some people call it stealing. I'm foraging.
Yes.
But it's the Utah History Museum, Natural History Museum, and it's May 3rd and 4th. And I guess the best way to register is by going where again?
nhmu.utah.edu/food.
Okay, great. Thank you, Margaret Chamberlain.
Thank you.
That's a great idea. All right. We will take a break, play a song, and crawl towards the exits coming up after.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Well, here they are, things that are bugging you, things that we're going to try and help you with.
you say, I can't stand these things in my life anymore, they must go. Maybe Radio from Hell can make these things go away. And so you send us an email, radiofromhell@x96.com. You put must go in the subject line. And if you do that and we read yours on the air, it might help you. And sometimes those things magically disappear. I'll go first this time. This one says, longtime listener, first time to contact, must go. Boner of the day, where all of them are obvious boners. Most days there's one obvious boner, but occasionally they're all boners.
Yep.
Thanks, Timbo. This one says, John in St. George, but we're moving to Beaverton, Oregon. Going into the garage this morning and discovering a screw had found its way into my back left tire. Big O, here I come.
Yep.
And then this one, well, this person needs some help, some serious help. You can use my name. Okay, Jeremy. First, many white privilege things must go, like news journalists that walk toward a camera while telling their stories, or feel the need to stand in the middle of a hurricane for dramatic effect. It's distracting and doesn't improve the broadcast. All I think about is how dumb they look standing outside in the craziness. Now, I don't know why he put...
What that has to do with white.
Oh, I see what he means. This is the first of many white privilege things that must go. He's feeling that he has white privilege.
He doesn't have real problems.
And so he can complain about this. He can complain about this kind of stuff.
It's just not even necessary.
It took me a second.
I got you.
Second must go. Camera operators that can't or won't hold still. Bouncing back and forth and up and down, panning in and out doesn't make the show any more real. It just makes me dizzy. Some shows are so bad I can't watch them at all, which is disappointing because I want to watch them. I mean, The Office, Parks and Rec, Succession, among many others. Highly rated, and I just can't watch them. Third, junk snail mail must go. I walk out to the mailbox, and it's all junk mail. And last, the word got must go. It's almost without exception the wrong word to use, and it drives me nuts. You don't got, you have. For example, you don't got boners, you have boners. You don't got traffic, you have traffic. You don't got to decide, you have to decide. There's no you've got, you have. You've got 300 seconds. You have 300 seconds. You have. I apologize. I know I sound like a crazy person. Yes. It only happens when things drive me crazy. But sincerely, thanks for letting me listen. I love your show. Longtime friend of the program. Listen to every minute of every broadcast in real time, every day. The pre-show, reruns, everything, farting around. I could not love the show more, and all of you, I think your show means more to this community than you realize. Jeremy. Barry?
No pressure.
I'm used to it.
All right. Well, here's the first one is for my wife. Maybe you can relate to this, Gina. I don't know. When you have an outing planned for the week.
Yes.
So you plan out your hair washing schedule.
Yes.
But then that appointment gets changed to a different day, throws your whole hair washing schedule
Amen.
off. All right. I figured you would.
You don't wash your hair every day.
Because you got all that hair like my wife does. So, all right. This is from Ed's friend, Andy. What else must go is toilets that spray a little bit of water on the toilet seat or rim when they are flushed.
Yeah.
I, like Carrie, try to be a livable male. I don't know what that means.
It's a compliment.
I clean up after myself. I put the toilet seat down, etc. So if I happen to have a moment when my aim is a little bit off, I clean up after myself like all men and boys should. But my dumb toilets at work have such powerful flush that the water sprays up a little bit on the seat. So even though I myself didn't make the mess, I still have to wipe it up. And what's worse, I have a private, I kind of have a private bathroom at work. So if I don't wipe it up, it looks like I'm the one who did it. I know it's just water and it'll probably dry and not look like a, stain or something, but I can't take that chance.
Exactly.
I get you, EFA. Let's see, this one from Tony. The terminal episode for FX's Archer being a disappointment.
That must go?
Well, you see, then after that they announced, that's not the finale. We've got a 3-part finale coming up in December, and so he says I have to wait for December for the series finale. People playing Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire too loudly at the Eclipse viewing party from their cars.
Playing it at all.
Pink Floyd, Eclipse, the end of Dark Side of the Moon. That's what you go with. All right. Souvenir sodas at the Las Vegas Sphere being sold for $14. Water is $7. It's already too expensive to go to the Sphere. People leaving behind love locks at national parks. Oh, there was a story in the news about that today.
I've got that.
It's vandalism. Rangers have to get the bolt cutters out and find the animals who die because they ate the keys that are tossed aside.
They have better things to do with their limited budget given by Congress. Stoners disagreeing with Gina on the idea of Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream must go. All right, thank you, Tony. And this from Johnny B.
I'm not a stoner.
Johnny B. Waking up in the middle of the night with an idea or worry about my house I'm building that I can easily deal with during daytime hours must go. Will I remember to flash the fascia where it connects to the wall? Do I have enough room to put the fire pole from the top to the bottom level that I want? Am I going to beat winter, getting insulation installed and radiant heat operational, all seemingly dance through my head between 2 and 5 a.m.? I'm constantly beat and can use whatever extra sleep I can get. Gina?
Dear Lords and Lady, my name is Missy. Feel free to use my name. Find a resolution to my concerns. All right. What must go is concert attendees who spend the entire concert filming video or live streaming from their cell phones.
Yes.
Nobody is watching the concert on your Facebook page live. Live in the moment. Put your phone down, for the love of God. And while I'm talking about concerts, GA venues without seats. I'm older now and also on the shorter sides, and it seems like most concerts are all tall people, and I spend the majority of the concert looking at the back of a bunch of dudes' heads. I'd like to sit down from time to time. My feet hurt. I'd pay extra. Just give me the option, please. And since the pandemic, has my patience waned or has society lost its manners when you're in public? Yeah. Grocery store, football games, Walgreens, doesn't matter. People are pushy and rude and self-entitled. I don't disagree, Missy. Let's see. This from, doesn't say we can use the name. My mom has never been to Europe or gotten COVID until one lucky weekend.
There you go.
This weekend. Luckily, she's totally vaccinated and doing fine, but that must go. And finally, this. My quick list of things that must not just go, but stop. Number 1, grown men who call the bathroom the little boy's room.
Yeah.
Microwaves that continue to beep after the door is open. And me having no self-control. I love cookies, damn it. That's all I got. Jeremy.
There you go.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Because on this day, in 1972, David Bowie released Starman, the lead single from his 5th studio album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Let all the children boogie.
Earlier I mentioned an episode of Doctor Who.
Yes.
I just want to make sure that I lead people to the right one. It's Doctor Who. This originally aired in May of 2024, so it's called Doctor Who Season 1. I don't know why. So you talked about this before.
Yeah, see, it's because Disney has teamed up with the BBC to produce Doctor Who and worldwide distribution of the show, and so they decided, well, let's just call it Season 1.
Okay.
Pretending none of the other things exist?
They still honor the lore. They just,
yeah.
Comic books do this sometimes too. They'll,
start over.
Okay.
This drag queen, Jinx Monsoon, plays a character called the Maestro in the Devil's Chord episode, which aired in May of 2024. You must see this performance. And apparently, according to my child, not only is the performance great, but I said all these different costumes she's wearing are just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And my child said, and Jinx Monsoon designed all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they are incredible. She plays a villain who eats music, essentially, the Maestro.
I have never watched a second of Doctor Who.
You wouldn't
in any of its iterations.
You wouldn't really need to know much about it to watch this one. They go, so he has this, he has the TARDIS, which is a time machine, essentially.
I know that much about it.
And he can go any place. And they go to Abbey Road in 1963 because wouldn't it be cool to see the Beatles working? But what's happened is the Maestro. Well, I won't tell you about it. But the Beatles are in it, and actors playing the Beatles, and it's kind of interesting to see that.
Is that what time travel sounds like?
That's the TARDIS,
which is a telephone box,
police call box.
Yeah, police call box. But it's really bigger inside.
It's bigger on the inside.
Bigger on the inside.
That's the joke.
Yeah. And the new Doctor's pretty good. I hadn't seen him.
He is good. I didn't care for Doctor Who for the longest time, and then Matt Smith came along.
Yeah, that's when I kind of got interested.
And
in
he was just so fun to watch. And then I went back and watched a couple of the others, but yeah,
Peter Capaldi was really good.
He was great.
Yeah. And
he was the ornery Doctor Who.
Yeah, and this new guy's pretty good. I can't remember his name now.
It's hard to pronounce. Cheeto
Kawami or something.
No, Chudy.
Is it Chiwetel Ejiofor?
No, it's not.
That sounded like that's where you were going with it. No.
No, it's Nakuti Gatwa.
Yeah, Kuti Gatwa.
Yeah, and he's a handsome, very slim, handsome black gentleman, and his companion's pretty good too. And it's interesting.
Oh, and the girl Doctor Who was good too.
I didn't see any of that.
You should see. She's very good.
But again, you've got to see this Jinx Monsoon.
Okay.
Just watch that. It's there'll be things that you don't understand, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. Just let it go.
Yeah, just let it go and watch Jinx Monsoon, and then tell me if I'm not correct that this is one of the most. I mean, it's one of the most over the top and incredible performances I've seen in a long time.
And you don't usually have to have watched all of Doctor Who to get it,
Okay.
because that's what the companion is there for.
Yeah.
The companion is you.
Oh, okay.
And so the Doctor has to explain to the companion, these are the Daleks. They are,
got it. Okay.
And what are these robots,
And I said, I asked my kid, what is the companion for, really? And so to prevent the Doctor from really going crazy.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't have something to restrain him, he's dangerous. And but if he has a companion to focus on, he's not. He won't be going around destroying the universe.
Well, that would be terrible.
It's interesting to think of. It's the character that you like that character, but that he has an edge to him that's kind of. Matt Smith really did that well.
He wiped out his whole race in a war. Yeah.
Well,
It's
okay.
a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Let's see. We got the promo?
Yes.
All right. Daddy! Hey, Daddy!
Denver, why do you insist on yelling all the time about nothing?
Nothing, huh? What do you have to say about this?
Oh, that. Well, I was hoping to keep that from you as long as possible.
Why is Denver yelling? What is Dawn hiding? Tune into the Radio from Hell show Tuesday morning to find out here on X96.
I wish I knew what it was, because I'm the one who has to write about it. Gina, you have a remote.
I do. Today, 4 to 6, Quick Crack Car Wash in Mapleton. It's a fundraiser. Carrie did one of these. There's a family that's having some health struggles and some financial struggles, and it's a fundraiser for them. So technically, it's a free car wash. You can get a free car wash, but hoping for a donation in exchange for the car wash. I'm going to have Lagoon passes to give away and also some Radio from Hell diner-style mugs.
All right. Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
The TARDIS, huh?
Yep.
DJ